Yet another beautiful day in the desert, setting the scene for a spirited night here inside GCU Arena as the Lobes shoot for 3 straight wins, hosting the Red Wolves of Arkansas State. We're just getting things warmed up right here on the Lobes pregame show. I'm Kate Longworth. Thank you so much for tuning in with us tonight on Your View, Arizona. Well, before the season even tipped off, the talk of the town for GCU was the fact that they would be heading to the Wooden Legacy next week. But before they take the court Thanksgiving night to face Seton Hall, they first had to handle tonight's competition. And after talking with the players at practice, we found out that they are not overlooking Arkansas State.
Yeah, that's huge. To go into that tournament with the type of competition we'll be facing, to come out tomorrow and play how we're capable of playing is definitely, key to send us off into the tournament. It's definitely a big thing for us.
I think that would be huge. Get on a roll. Got winning streak going on, so we get in there with a nice feeling about ourselves. Having 3 games won.
We got to focus. Every opponent's a good opponent. We play Arkansas State, so we just want to, just put a good game forward together, get better every game. So when we go to Wooden, we'll be hitting on all cylinders.
Make no mistake, this team is very excited for the competition that awaits them in less than a week in Fullerton, California. However, this game is of utmost importance for the team. As far as our broadcast team, that's our game plan as well. So it's time now to welcome in Barry Beutel and Scott Williams sitting courtside to set the scene.
Thank you, Kate. Yeah, they're riding a 2-game winning streak, a big 76-59 win the other night against Jacksonville.
Doing it with the defense, doing a fantastic job getting after the opponent, making it tough for them to score, challenging shots, getting the passing lanes, getting steals, and get a huge bump off the bench.
Yeah, look at that. Points in the paint, big margin there, and rebounding well over 50 again. Bench points, nice to see that light up, that second unit, and those second chance points, 17 to 70, as you see, 10 players with 10-plus minutes. So some guys are seeing some court time.
Everybody's getting an opportunity to play and making the most of it.
One of those guys is Damari Milstead. Boy, he stepped up as well. It got some, as Trey kind of dropped off a little, but he came in relief.
Yeah, he's gotten that green light from Coach Marley, come off that bench and look for a shot. He's running the team well. I love the fact that he's being aggressive, taking the ball to the basket, not just settling for long-range jumpers, but really hurting the defense with the dribble penetration.
20 minutes, 9 points, hit 4 of 9 from the field, had 3 rebounds, those 3 assists. Only 1 turnover in 45 minutes this season. Boy, that is something I know Coach Marley loves to see.
All security so important. 8 to 1 assist to turnover ratio. Outstanding.
Nice to see also Roberts Blumberg's wake up here in this last game. He was lethal from the corner.
Blumberg's, he got himself to the free throw line, made a couple free throws, and came back the next 2 possessions down the floor, got opportunities from outside behind that arc to knock down some triples, and I love the ball movement. He catches that ball in rhythm. Coach Marley wants him to shoot that basketball, and he is filling up that cylinder.
What about Bob? 15 minutes, 8 points, 3 boards, 2 of 3 from the arc, and 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Arkansas State, the Red Wolves coming in 1-1, big win over Missouri Baptist coming into this game. They come in with Ty Cockfield II, their senior guard.
Well, he is absolutely fantastic. 24-6 against Abilene Christian. He's a 3-point shooter. But he has struggles with ball security, so you want this guy to have to put the basketball on the floor. 8 turnovers in one of the games, and if he's not getting his shots off, he will hunt his shots and force him into some bad opportunities.
Leading the Red Wolves at 20.5 points per game coming in, as this is the final game of the 3-game homestand before the team travels to Cal State Fullerton for the Wooden Legacy Classic. Kate, will send it back upstairs to you.
Well, Barry, speaking of the Wooden Legacy, we know that all eyes have been on GCU and that tough competition that awaits for them. This program, they're excited for that. However, we know Dan Marley does not want to overlook any opponent. So, Scott, from a player's perspective, how do you go out there and avoid the trap game?
Well, it really started in practice right after that Jacksonville game. Seniors have to take control. Martin and Jackson, Frere, they set the tone in practice. Now they got to carry that over to the locker room. Be vocal. Make sure guys are focused, not laughing and giggling, but focused and locked in on the game plan. It's kind of like you, Kate. Got to bring it every night. Fierce.
Exactly, exactly. We are dialed in here on the Lopes pregame show, and we still have plenty more to come. And we know where it all starts. It starts at the top. The man who sets the tone for everyone, that is Dan Marley. And he goes one-on-one with our Barry Littell, talking about those 2 wins at home against Delaware State and Jacksonville, and what he expects of his team tonight. Dan Marley right after this on the Lopes pregame show. Don't go anywhere.
Dream or real life, but we did it. We won the WAC championship. It's great.
The shot is good.
Feel the thunder in the heart of Phoenix. GCULopes.com.
Thanksgiving weekend in California. Tickets are available to all 3 games at Cal State Fullerton College by going to tkt.xosn.com/tickets. Thursday's game against Seton Hall is at 7 p.m. Arizona time, and 6 p.m. out in California. All session tickets for the 3 GCU games range from $100 to $150. Come support the Lopes over Thanksgiving at the 2018 Wooden Legacy Classic. The Lopes pregame show rolls along. Plenty to say there with the Wooden Legacy
Good thing you know
Classic.
your alphabet.
Well, talk about, yeah, well, that's quite the address to go get tickets, but we hope that we see you at Cal State Fullerton. Your team's riding a 2-game winning streak, a big win against Jacksonville here to roll in against tonight's opponent.
Yeah, not bad. I thought we played really well the first half, not so much the second half. So, I was a little we played so well against Delaware State, I thought that we may revert back, and we did a little bit. But you're always happy with the win. I thought we did some really good things. But as I said, we continue to make mistakes. Turnovers are something that we really want to concentrate on this year. In the last game, we had 15, which is too many. We want to keep it under 10. So we have to do a better job of concentrating, handling the pressure a little bit better, and just doing a better job.
37 bench points. What were your thoughts about the guys coming off the bench?
Well, we better. I mean, we play a lot of bench guys. We play 10 guys, and they got to come in and not only turn it up defensively, but score the basketball. And, Tim's a guy that's going to find his offense. Damari did a fantastic job. Trey probably had his first bad game for us, and Damari came off the bench and played well. And it was good to see Rob. Rob had really struggled from the 3, hit two big corner threes, so that was good for him. But when our bench comes in, they have to turn it up defensively. But we're going to rely on the score. We got guys that are brand new guys, but we also have guys that have been around for a long time. Matt Jackson and Jared Martin are 5th-year seniors, and they know exactly how to play. Damari played in some time last year, and then you got Tim and Rob's been here. So I expect those guys to play well every game.
Are you impressed with your rebounding, plus 47 the last 2 games?
A lot better. We really emphasized it after the South Dakota State game, where we're playing a big lineup, and to get out rebounded by 11 at South Dakota State was very concerning. So we made an effort in practice after that we have to use our size, not only our offensive rebounding, but allow them just one bad shot. And they've really taken it to heart. We've rebounded the ball at a great clip the last 2 games.
21 offensive rebounds for the Lopes the last game against Jacksonville. Let's now transition.
Well, it's really easy to get 21 offensive rebounds when you miss a lot of shots. Well, it's not easy, but it's easier.
Well, I thought we'd just use that as a positive. How about the Fickey brothers? They had a double-double together, 15 points, 14.5 boards.
Together?
Yeah.
I'd like to do them
separately.
Separately would be fine.
Again, I'm looking for a silver lining.
Yes. Well, they're both great kids. They play extremely hard. I'm happy with both of them. Michael's still finding his way with how we're going to use him. For Tim, as I told him, all I care about with him is to come in, play hard defensively, rebound the basketball. His offense will come. Michael, same way. He struggled with a shot a little bit, but as I said, he's just trying to find his way. So for those 2 guys especially, just got to play hard, concentrate on rebounding, defense, and the other stuff will come.
What about Roberts Blumberg? Do you think he's coming around? He had 8 straight points last game.
Yeah, Rob has really worked, had a great summer, has worked extremely hard on his game, his shot, and as I said, the first 2 games he just couldn't make a basket, and he's staying with it. He's doing a good job. Those corner threes are where he's a really good shooter, and he's just got to keep his head up. And as I said with the other guys, concentrate on his defense, his rebounding, and when he's open, shoot it. To me, it doesn't matter if it goes in or not. If they're good shots for him, they'll eventually go in.
You close out this 3-game homestand against Arkansas State. They return 2 starters to the lineup. What do you see against the Red Wolves here tonight?
Offensively, they're very talented. Their starting group can get out and really score. Cockfield is a guy that is scoring at a tremendous clip. Really good percentage, good from 3. So they got a bunch of guys in that starting lineup that can really score. So we're going to have to be good defensively. We're going to have to handle the pressure just like the last couple games. We're going to see a man-to-man pressure. We're going to see zone. We're going to see a little bit of everything. So I'm just concerned, as I've been the last 2 games, of not so much who we play, who are we playing. Arkansas State's a good team, but we got to play to our abilities, and if we do that, we'll find out who the results are.
Big national letter intent signing for you, a 4-star recruit at Shadow Mountain, 3-time state champ, a guy that has been to 4 or 5 Midnight Madnesses. His dad said you're going here, and he signed the letter, Javon Black.
Well, we're very happy to have Javon. As you see, he's a 4-star guy. More importantly, he's a local kid that really believes in this program. He's been here a lot. He sees where we're going and what we want to be. And for him to put a stamp on this program is going to be huge. I think he's a guy that's going to come in and affect the program right away his freshman year. He's a true point guard, really facilitates well. He's a defensive hawker. He's a winner. He's won state championships. He's played on one of the best AAU teams in the country. So we couldn't be more happy to have Javon joining our program, and it's going to make us tougher and better.
All right, we welcome Javon here to the GCU Lopes family, and good luck tonight, Coach.
Thanks.
All right, Dan Marley, our guest, as they get set to take on Arkansas State tonight. Stay with us more. The Lopes pregame show continues with the amount of students living on campus going up over 5-fold the past 5 years. The demand for club sports has gone up accordingly. We'll take a look at how GCU has handled that after the break. You're watching the Lopes pregame show on Your View. Credit Union, a local credit union serving the Valley for over 65 years, can assist you in buying your first home, refinancing your current home, or if you're dreaming of a retirement home. Canyon State Credit Union can provide you with a fast and affordable solution that meets your needs. Let Canyon State Credit Union run the numbers on your dream. Visit canyonstatecu.org or call 623-580-6015 for more information. Canyon State Credit Union, committed to you. We do business in accordance with the Equal Credit Opportunity Act, MLS number 410376.
You use the latest technology to treat patients, but your care and compassion is timeless. Advancing your career means helping more patients and providing even more care. Grand Canyon University's online programs in nursing make it convenient for you to become the expert every patient deserves.
Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable, and nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu/.
Welcome back to the Lopes pregame show. The Havocs, they're in the house, but some of them are also home for the holidays. If that's you and you're following along right now, be sure to find us on social media, Instagram and Twitter, using the hashtag LopesRising. As you can see, we'll have tweets scrolling on the bottom of the screen. And if you are a Lopes fan, we want to see your tweet a part of our broadcast tonight. I'm Kate Longworth. Well, with the holiday season upon us, before we know it, it will be 2019. And with a new year comes new beginnings and New Year's resolutions. And here on GCU campus, it probably means there'll be some new buildings as well. That's right, in January, a new activity center is set to open here because, as we have seen, the demand for new facilities is here. The population here at GCU continues to increase year after year. So let's take a look at what the GCU is doing for its club sports activities as well as students here on campus.
Grand Canyon University becomes a home away from home where students can play the sport they love while achieving their academic goals. At GCU, students have the opportunity to participate in a rapidly growing club sports program. Join a community of over 1,000 club sports athletes and travel nationwide to compete against the best club teams in the country.
When I first got here and was introduced to the club sports environment, I was surprised of how well it was embraced and the value that it brings to the campus and the campus returns to the club sports department. The university has supported it 100%. and has really done a great job of making the student athletes in club sports feel significant and valued.
Rising as a top destination for competitive collegiate club sports, GCU offers 22 sports, including our fast-growing men's and women's basketball, soccer, golf, rugby, and esports teams for students who want to excel at their passion and academics.
This past season, we learned a lot about pushing on and continuing even when it was difficult. So our girls learned a lot about that. They learned a lot about time management, and they make great bonds with their teammates.
Students practice and compete in our brand new Canyon Activity Center, strength and conditioning facility, and fully outfitted esports chamber. Full-time athletic trainers ensure the safety of our athletes, and our experienced coaches are passionate about leading athletes to success in their sport.
I think to be a part of a club sport team at GCU is an honor, but it really is about relationships, and it's about helping and watching young women and young men grow, to be either challenged, to be pushed, and see them succeed on the other side.
GCU club sports experiences are unforgettable. Student athletes learn life lessons, form lifelong friendships with teammates, and most importantly, have fun.
I think the big difference with GCU club sports is compared to club sports at other schools and universities is we really get taken care of here. The school invests into our club sports programs. I know for the club baseball team, we have our own practice facility. We get our own batting cages here on campus, and I know a lot of other schools and universities, they don't have those opportunities that we do.
Club sports has allowed me to grow as a person, to grow not only in my faith, but to grow in my career, to grow as a young woman. So much inspiration, so much learning, like from coaches, from your teammates. They teach you different life lessons. They teach you how to communicate, how to be yourself, and it's okay. There's no judgment.
At GCU, we invite students to experience a thriving athletic culture on campus and be part of our athletic communities. Learn more about GCU Club Sports at clubsports.gcu.edu.
And as I mentioned, the new activity center is set to open in January. 135,000 square foot facility with 10 basketball courts, a strength and conditioning facility, and office space for club sports personnel. All right, well, still to come on the Lopes pregame show, we are going to get the inside scoop at what's happening here with GCU Athletics. That's right, we're going one-on-one with the Lopes insider, Paul Coro. That's coming up right after this.
Our armed forces' heroism, courage, and bravery give greater meaning to what it is to be an American. Grand Canyon University honors you and pays tribute to you and your family. As a community, GCU celebrates your service, your sacrifice, and your commitment. God bless all the brave men and women who put our country first. We want to do the same for you. GCU puts you first with its flexible and convenient online degree programs. We salute you and thank you for your service.
Feel the thunder in the heart of Phoenix. GCULopes.com.
Welcome back to the Lopes pregame show. We're counting you down to tip-off for the men's basketball game, but we want to remind you to come out and cheer on head coach Nicole Powell and the GCU women's basketball team as they host the Thanksgiving Showdown right here at GCU Arena. The Lopes take on Indiana State on Friday, November 23rd at noon, and then they come back the next day to take on LIU Brooklyn at 2 p.m. Lots of new faces on this year's team, so as you head out for some Black Friday shopping, make sure you veer the car this way and catch up on all the action for women's basketball. I'm Kate Longworth. Welcome back to the Lopes pregame show. Thank you so much for being here with us, especially when we have Lopes insider Paul Coro joining us for the Inside Scoop. Hey. So let's start first with the action last night. I know our last pregame show, we were so excited to talk about the men's soccer team punching their ticket to the NCAA tournament. Went out there last night, such an exciting game, but in the end, they fell in PKs at UC Irvine.
Soccer can be such a cruel sport. I mean, they have this magnificent season. They're one of the hottest teams in the nation. Jackson Jella scored a gorgeous goal to put him up 1-0, and then just a fluke goal ties it up where just a carom goes into the corner of the net, and then your whole season comes down to PKs. It's like playing the lottery at that point. You know, they went back and forth, and just a lot of heartache out there. You really feel it for the seniors. Shellis Hyman could have had his 500th win in the first NCAA tournament game, so many things, but what they did was still amazing and historic for the program. They got a lot of positive things moving forward.
Yeah, speaking of that history that was made, it was a great run when they took the WAC tournament, getting that big win and over San Jose State. And it's hard because we were talking to them right after that game, and they were excited about it, but they were, of course, focused on UC Irvine. So although they didn't make it as far in the NCAA tournament, hopefully they can reflect on this. There are a lot of great things came from the season.
Yeah, what a scene there was senior Alex Radia picking up the trophy. It meant so much to those guys that had been in the program a long time. In that tournament, they won every match 1-0, and it looked like they were going to do it again in the NCAAs when they got up 1-0. And their defense really came along at the end of the season. A lot of that is the goalkeeper. George Tesaurus wound up leading the nation in save percentage. But a lot of those key guys can come back. There was key freshman contributors. The seniors get a lot of credit for getting the program to where it is, though.
Yeah, Tesaurus will be back in the net, so that's very exciting. And Coach Shellis, he'll keep this going, steering them in the right direction for next year. But now switching gears to the basketball court and talking about what this team's been able to do so far as they go for their third straight win tonight. What do you think about the Finke brothers playing together? It's something the guys themselves never saw really come into fruition, and now here they're doing it at GCU.
It got loud in here quick.
I know. The pregame party's here.
The Finkies that we're talking, yeah. The Finkies are a great story because the Lopes weren't necessarily in on Tim Finke in the beginning. Was one of the top freshmen in the country. He was one of those guys where on the first day teams could offer him, he had 15 offers. But then he had an injury and a lot of people fell off, and GCU got in, and within 2 months he was here because he came to an exhibition game and couldn't believe the atmosphere. And then that of course leads to Michael Finke, his brother, wanting to play with him. So now you've got this freshman senior brother tandem where Michael Finke's starting, and Tim Finke's been one of the biggest contributors off the bench. Probably, even though he's a guard, he might be the best rebounder on the team because he just plays so hard.
Right. I know it's been really fun to see them, and you can see that they have a friendly competition that I think is also fueling their success on the court. And one guy it's great to see kind of stepping up his game, Roberts Blumberg. We saw great things from him preseason, but those first couple games he was struggling a bit, but now it seems like he's finding his form. What do you think has been contributing to his success?
Yeah, it was really great to see him last game hit a couple three-pointers because we all know what a great shooter he can be. Every time he shoots, it looks like it's going in. And they got into he could do post moves too, but we know that when he gets in this corner, like when they were playing against the zone, that can be a shot. And he had just been cold from the beginning of the season, but if you think back a year ago, he was starting because he was the more valued recruit than Alessandro Labor. So there's a lot of potential and ability there because he can do so many different things with his size. Hopefully that's the type of game that can give him confidence to keep contributing.
Right, and we're having trouble hearing ourselves because the Purple pregame party is behind us, and it just adds to the atmosphere and the excitement here at GCU Arena, which we see also plays a factor in these games. Since the arena has opened, the team is 103-22 record. Very impressive. How does home court advantage play in favor of Dan Marley's team?
Oh, it's amazing. It's huge. It's why they're having trouble sometimes scheduling because you think college kids across the country would love to come to Phoenix this time of year, but no college coaches want to come play here because they know how dangerous it can be in this atmosphere to play. We've seen the team the last two games kind of flip the switch on some of the things they did to lose the opener. They've been rebounding like crazy. Every time there's a lull, they get fed by the crowd to pick it up. So last game we saw Jacksonville make a push to get it down to like 11 or 10. But anytime something happens good on the other side, they feel the energy from the crowd, and they definitely play off them. But they need to be able to take that on the road with them too and not rely on that crowd. Next week, there'll be a gathering of some fans in Fullerton, but they're going to play some great teams there, and they're not going to have the crowd to jack them up. But they'll have the level of opponent and level of competition. Right. That's a great tournament to be in.
Well, find a way to pack up those mashed potatoes and the turkey. Enjoy the Wooden Legacy in Fullerton. As you mentioned, you'll be covering all the action. Steve Hall and GCU as they go head-to-head on Turkey Night. In the meantime, we'll see you post-game. Thanks so much for joining us here. And before we end the show, we want you to stick around because we're going to take you around the WAC. And you don't even have to leave your couch. The Purple pregame party will continue here, so get the party started at home. We're talking Hoops basketball right after this.
Curiosity fuels you. It helps you understand the world around you. It's your guide through life. So when you're ready for a fulfilling new career, let your curiosity fuel that change. Change is difficult, but Grand Canyon University's online degree programs in technology make it convenient for you to achieve your dream. While businesses are being transformed by artificial intelligence and analytics, GCU teaches you how to plan for innovation and make sense of the world. By applying that knowledge to today's most challenging problems and sharing your insights, you're helping to build a better tomorrow for you, your community, and your family. Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable, nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu/online.
Well, the party is in full effect here at GCU Arena. Out on the court, the Lopes are trying for their third straight victory here before they pack up the road and the turkey heading to the Wooden Legacy Classic, which tips off on Thursday. But first, let's take a trip around the WAC before we know it. Conference play will be here, and this is how the competition's weighing in. Cal Baptist suffering a loss against Tulsa, 82-79, a final there. Tulsa remains undefeated. Chicago State in action at Akron. Kansas City will be facing Morehead State. And most of those are tournament matchups. However, Utah Valley is at an in-state rival with Utah State, so we'll see how that all plays out. This is the competition that the Lopes will be looking to in the new year. New Mexico State, New Mexico, big showdown there, and Kansas City also played in some action. Cal State Bakersfield at San Jose State. Kansas City will be to be announced after the winner of the 2K Classic shines through for Saturday's action. All right, so that's how the WAC looks. How about the college landscape on the hardwood as a whole? Duke in that top spot, followed by Kansas, Gonzaga, Virginia, and Tennessee rounding out the top five. With Nevada following up in the 6th spot. UNC's, that is of course Scott Williams' alma mater, coming in the 7th spot. And you want to remember that in just a couple short weeks, the Colangelo Classic will be happening at Talking. As we see it, 2 top 10 teams in action. The Lopes will of course face Nevada in that doubleheader action on Sunday, December 9th. We have set the table here as we look at the top 25. UCLA sneaking in there in the 20th spot, followed by Michigan in the 18th spot, and rounding out the top 25. Buffalo getting that final spot, following Marquette at 24, Purdue at 23. This is how it all looks before the real season starts. But get those rankings, you gotta get those wins in the preseason. And that's exactly what the Lopes are gonna try to do tonight against Arkansas State. We are moments away from Dan Marley bringing his intensity inside here at GCU Arena. Don't go anywhere. Scott Williams, Barry Patel, they have the call right after this.
We have been the experts in clean since 1945. We help businesses keep their facilities cleaner, healthier, greener, and safer. We are passionate about what we do and are committed to making your workplace environment the cleanest and healthiest it can be.
Hi, I'm Brittany, and this is Ask GCU. Hi, I'm Brittany Holwyn, and you should watch Ask GCU,
where we answer your questions every week.
And the points don't matter. Wait, what?
Tune in every week for answers to be questioned.
Where we answer your questions in a common all right.
I'm a professional hacker!
Tweet hashtag AskGCU to get your question featured.
From the heart and soul of Phoenix, welcome to the campus of Grand Canyon University and inside GCU Arena, where tonight the Lopes look for their third straight victory as they close out the homestand against the Arkansas State Red Wolves. Welcome to GCU basketball alongside three-time NBA champion Scott Williams. I'm Barry Butel. Kate Longworth will be along in just a moment. Well, the Lopes riding a two-game winning streak after a decisive victory against Jacksonville University.
They really played well defensively against Jacksonville University, and they dominated the boards. Really got after the plus 27 on the backboards.
52 rebounds to 25 for the Dolphins. Damari Milstead getting some extended minutes in the game, and he shined.
Oh, he's been absolutely fantastic. Very good coming off of that bench and being aggressive, going to the rack, playing amongst the trees with the dribble penetration.
Milstead, 20 minutes, 9 points, just one turnover. You look right there in 45 minutes this season for Damari Milstead. Well, the Red Wolves come in 1-1, and they are led by their senior guard, Ty Cockfield II.
Oh, he's an absolute three-point bomber, averaging 20 points a game. Will shoot that basketball early and often in this basketball game. You can force him into bad shots if you get up on him and make him put it on the floor. He'll take some running shots, he'll hunt his shots, and he'll turn the ball over. He's had 8 turnovers in one of their basketball games this year.
Leading the Red Wolves at 20.5 points per game. Time to get this thing started. Let's send it down to the public address announcer, Paul DeNuser, with our prayer and our national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to the beautiful GCU Arena for Throwback Night 90s edition. And tonight's men's basketball matchup between the Red Wolves of Arkansas State University and your Grand Canyon University Antelopes. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you all please rise. Gentlemen, please remove your caps as we begin this evening's competition with the word of prayer. Tonight's prayer is led by Student Body Vice President Steven Steininger, a senior majoring in Christian Studies.
Please bow your heads with me. Lord, we thank you, truly thank you for the blessings that you've given us, Lord, as a community and as a country. Lord, help us not take those for granted. Lord, I thank you for this night and for the competition that could take place on this court. Lord, I pray a blessing and safety over each team and over each individual present here, Lord. We thank you for the coaching staff, for the community at GCU, Lord, and for the refs who have come out to officiate the festivities, Lord. We pray a blessing over it in your son's name. Amen.
Thank you, Stephen. Fans, please remain standing as we now honor America with the singing of the national anthem. The Star-Spangled Banner will be performed this evening by the Moon Valley High School Choir under the direction of Justin Jenkins. Thank you, Moon Valley High School Choir.
Moon Valley High School Choir, fabulous job with our national anthem. Steve Seiniger, the Vice President of Student Body, with our prayer. As the Arkansas State Red Wolves come in 1-1, winners over Missouri Baptist 89-54 on Monday night. Their head coach is Mike Bellato. He's in his second season, spent more than 15 seasons as an assistant coach, the last 4 at Louisville. Here are the starting lineups, brought to you by Dignity Health. Dignity Health, hello human kindness. Mike Bellato starting 5, Ty Cockfield the second, Grantham Gillard, Marquise Eaton, Tristan Whaley, and Jake Scoggins.
Yeah, we're going to keep our eye on Gillard because he's a 6'4", 205-pound senior guard, averaging 14 points and 6.5 rebounds a game. He has led this team in scoring, in rebounding at the guard position in both of their games this season. He had 22 points versus Missouri Baptist.
Bellato's assistants are Vince Walden, Casey Stanley, and Mike Scutero.
Director of Basketball Operations, Hayden McLean.
11-21 a season ago, 6-12 in the Sun Belt Conference. Time now to introduce you to GCU.
Lopes fans, are you ready?
Here are head coach Dan Marley's starting 5. Trey Drexel, Carlos Johnson, Oscar Freire, Michael Finke, and Alessandra Labor.
Yeah, I love CJ, Carlos Johnson, man. His guy, he's not shooting it the way he'd want to, but boy, is he putting that ball in the basket. 11 points per game, and I love the 4.7 rebounds that he's getting. Going back there from that guard position is absolutely huge, and leadership. He is a leader on this team, gets them pumped up. He sets an aggressive tone the way he drives that ball hard to the basket to try to finish at the rim.
The Lopes coming in 2-1. Winners over Jacksonville University on Monday night, 76-59. 22-12 a season ago. Dan Marley in his 6th season. The associate head coach is Lewis Wilson. The assistant coaches are Chris Crevalone and TJ Benson. Director of basketball operations is Jesse Parker. Special assistant to the head coach, Johnny Hill. The video coordinator is Matt Lopez. And the graduate assistant is Dylan Hidalgo. Last home game, 3 straight here before heading out to Cal State Fullerton. Thanksgiving evening, 7 p.m. tip against Seton Hall in the opener of the Wooden Legacy Classic.
I love those white unis.
Clean. Time now for our 3 keys, brought to you by Sanderson Ford. The best play on a new Ford is at Sanderson Ford.
Before I start, I want to wish all those teams playing in the semifinals in the 4A, 5A, and 6A state championship football a good luck. Hope they have a great time and enjoy those games. So we went with the Friday Night Lights theme tonight. We got 1st and 10. They're playing 10 players. When you play 10 players, everybody's got to be locked in defensively to the game plan. You cannot give this Arkansas State team easy buckets. They are extremely athletic. And then under the bleachers, you remember your high school days under the bleachers, don't you, Barry?
What are you talking about?
Well, we're going under the boards tonight on the basketball court. Put bodies on bodies and rebound both ends of the floor because they will jump over your back and then leave the punter on the bus. What I mean by that is,
oh, that's mean.
We aren't punting at all. They're going straight and hard to the basket every time on offense. If you can't finish, penetrate off, dish it under to the big guy, let him finish at the 10th floor, or kick it out to the 3-point shooters for the open look.
Love it, love it. There's the officials, Sean Lehigh, Rob Rourke, and Klaus Endrasat. Lopes fans remain on their feet until the Lopes hit their opening bucket of the 1st and 2nd half. We are underway in Phoenix, Arizona. Carlos Johnson over to Trey Drexel. Ooh, quick whistle.
Yeah, score clock problem, I think. The
Yep.
shot clock. Shot clock was not
only got a
operating
tick
correctly.
off of it. Yep.
Yeah, 6 seconds came off the game clock, but only 1 second off the shot clock. So rectify that situation.
There's a punter apparently at the scores table.
That is right. You know, this head coach for Arkansas State, Balata.
Yep.
He coached 3 games in which GCU played against Louisville. He was an assistant coach.
Yep.
So he's familiar with the Lopes. Lopes are going to have to be ready to play.
No Dwayne Russell here after he put up 42 against Louisville. Laver. Ooh, a little heavy. Rebounds up high. Johnson in the paint. Whoa, that doesn't go. Pulled down by Grantham Gillard.
I like to see Carlos Johnson getting a second opportunity going inside high for that rebound.
Gillard from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Near side, Wally. Parkfield, the second rather, twisting and turning underneath the Scoggins and the travel.
Yeah, he switched his pivot foot on that travel, on that spin move down there, and referees were right on top of it. Look at the kicks Carlos Johnson has on tonight. Those are some fresh Friday night kicks. Light full court man-to-man pressure.
Arkansas State with the Chicago Bulls black. Drexel, take a seat.
Wow, Drexel, so good with the mid-range game.
Right back at you, and in.
Oh, you better close out and find the shooters.
Gillard. 7-11 from the arc coming in was Gillard. Drexel. Veering inside, bounce pass, careful. Finke. Wally's on him, baseline drive, turning, goes right hand. It's going to be short. Wally hands it off. Slowing things down. Gillard. Back to Eaton. Gillard looks to his left, now right. Off the wing, driving in, Cockfield the second. And in.
Oh, nice job right there. Attacking the feet of the big man. Got him to back up enough where he can rise up and get his shot off. Haven't seen the Lopes down early on this court.
Nope. Up by 3 of the Red Wolves. Drexel. Top of the key. And it drops.
Iron's so kind, and we got a foul underneath. I think he got... Yeah, they was a hold underneath. I think that might result in 1 free throw.
Scoggins. On Laver.
Oh, I take that back. They're going to give him the Lopes ball out underneath.
Frayer in the corner. Gillard trying to get on him. Frayer, ooh, hits the front of the rim underneath. Parkfield the second, pushing Carlos Johnson.
Lopes doing a good job attacking that offensive board. Get some early fouls on the Red Wolves. I like that nickname, Red Wolves.
Yeah.
Oh, they got Laver with an illegal screen out in the perimeter, trying to get Carlos Johnson's guy.
A lot of whistles early.
One more time, you can see that he just kind of gives that butt, shoves his butt backside out, flips the defender. You gotta get that call every time.
Gillard, eyed by Carlos Johnson, looks inside, up over the top. Scoggins, down low. Stepping back, Tristan Wally.
Whoa, showing some good footwork down off of that left block.
3-point lead for Arkansas State. Frayer. Lotto active. On the sideline. Johnson, right hand, up over the top.
Yeah, you got Cockfield trying. He's realizing he's getting posted up down there, and he couldn't do nothing with Carlos Johnson, who registers another field goal, his first actually this season in the actual first half of action.
Eaton running out of real estate, trying to get a shot off. Drexel goes left. Johnson from the corner. Wow, doesn't go. Putback not there as well.
He got a good look.
He did.
Thing was halfway down before it squirted back out.
Running shot there.
They like to play fast. They want the tempo really fast tonight.
Drexel swarm back out. Finke leaves for Frayer. Frayer into the paint. Off the glass, heavy. Doesn't get a call, wanted one.
He got a little body contact, but you're letting the men play tonight. You got to finish that.
Wally, long three, heavy, rebound, Finke.
Nice job of Finke putting a body on a body and boxing out. That ball came off. Had he run to the rim, it would have went right over his head. He boxed his man out some 10 feet away from the basket to snag that rebound.
Frayer inside, Johnson turns around and hits nothing but net.
Oh, he's getting hot. He's getting some good looks. Yeah, getting some first half, 4 points, and he's getting some good looks at the basket.
Nice to see.
Averaging 11 a game, and all of that has been in the second half. So if he can string 2 halves together tonight, that'd be huge for his confidence.
And for the Lopes. Cockfield drives. Finke trying to put some pressure. Quick ball movement, three-pointer, in and out. Johnson climbs up and grabs it.
Getting almost 5 aboard out of that, 5 boards a game out of that guard position.
Drexel, heavy, kicked way out. 3-on-1 break, bounce pass, Gillard. Drexel with some good D.
Oh, he challenged him, and I think Gillard just tried to be a too cute.
Drexel, bounce pass off the glass. Michael Finke.
Lead change, nice job getting that rebound and taking a page out of the Red Wolves book. Transition bucket, fast break action.
Keith Eaton, Helena, Arkansas, leaves it for Cockfield. Quick turnaround three, and he hits it. Gillard.
Well, right now it's Coxfield and Gillard doing major damage from the perimeter.
2 for 2 from the arc. Gillard got a hand on that. Takes out Frayer and Bolano.
I was worried about Frayer. He got taken out, and he got taken out low. Those are the times you can get a high ankle sprain and somebody rolling up underneath you.
12-10, the Red Wolves on top. Let's send it down to Kate Longworth.
Thank you so much, guys. I'm joined by Jackie Gannon-Cook, who is the coach and the manager of the dance team here at GCU, and Brittany Ferguson, who is a 4-year dance team member. Ladies, thank you so much for being here. And last year we talked so much about the anticipation of finally being able to compete as a true NCAA Division I squad. What was that experience like for you?
Competing Division I was very exciting, and we actually did really well, which was fun. We placed 4th in the nation in the jazz category, so that was really exciting. And this year we're looking forward to even pushing it further and being in the game day division and like really showing America like what we do here.
What will that category, the game day, entail?
It incorporates a fight song routine, so our fight song, a timeout routine, a chant, and a sideline routine.
A lot of fun, and like you said, you guys did compete very well. And so for you, being a member of this team, what do you think makes you guys so successful?
I think what makes us so successful is that we get to be a part of something so big here at GCU, and just being 32 of us, there's 31 sisters that I have to keep me accountable every day, and to just hold ourselves to being ambassadors of our team is just so amazing.
Yeah, you guys spend a lot of time practicing, and then of course with your routines, and then on the road together. So what has the whole growing experience been like for you? What have you learned over your 4 years?
It's been so unique for us. It's grown immensely, and to just see how big our school has gone is so incredible, and to just be here and have a wonderful coach to just continuously support us. And the student section's awesome. It just gets us hyped to support our school.
And as a senior, what are you anticipating with this year?
For next year, I'm working on getting my real estate license and just opening up my own business. I know the team's going to continue to grow, and I'm excited to see where it goes.
All right, thank you so much. And Jackie, we talked so much about the team making the trip to Fullerton for the Wooden Legacy. What's it like for you? Because your team will also be on the road for the holiday.
It's going to be a fun time. We love hanging out together, and it's just going to be a couple more days of getting to really celebrate being a Lope and getting to do what we love all together.
Well, we wish you all the best of luck. And guys, we know what the Havocs can do in this house, and that's also because of the efforts from the cheer and dance teams.
No doubt about that. Great point that they will also be on the road. Driving, Carlos Johnson left. Oh, goodness gracious!
He was showing off his hang time on that one. Jordan-esque move to the hoop. Swooping to score.
6 points, 5 boards. Carlos Johnson. Welcome to the party. Woo! Turnaround doesn't go for Wally. Drexel on the run.
Drexel go down there. Here's another guy out of the guard position that goes in there and gets on that defensive glass. 8 boards on the defensive glass the other night.
Up over the top. Oh, that was a nice pass by Finke. Laver couldn't grip it.
Let's go back to this one here. Splits through the defense. Hangs and takes on the big guy. Switches the ball from his right hand to his left hand. That was pretty.
Into back, Jackson now in the game. For Finke. Bounce pass. Laver from Frayer. Backing in. Right hand doesn't go.
I like that right shoulder turn right into the defense. Would have liked to see him finish that with the left hand. Goes up with the strong right hand finish. I think the defense is able to get onto that right hand and really cause him to miss that shot. He doesn't get the same body contact if he's able to throw that little lefty hook off glass.
Solid at the line now, 10 of 11.
Big 10 of 11 from the free throw line. That is clutch. You got a big guy that can draw fouls and then go to the line and capitalize.
Lopes lead up to 2. Pick back out. Bavard in the game. Bounce pass from Willis. Lotto going to his bench. Step back by Kush. Not there. Drexel brings it up. Moves right. Watered by Willis. Christian Willis. Redshirt sophomore. Belleville, Illinois. Laver, right hand. Oh, heavy. Rebound though, Johnson. Swarmed by Black. Laver's there. Swatted down by Shaquille Fritz.
Yeah, he got some guys that can get up off the floor. And this is a good move by Laver going to the basket. Just the weak side defender came off of his guy to swat that thing over to the first row.
Drexel and Laver take a seat. Blumberg's in the game.
I think Marley was talking about that left-hand finish there with Laver on as he's going to get a blow.
Milstead also played well against Jacksonville. He's driving underneath. Oh, Jackson! No whistle.
You better come strong to that hole tonight. Those guys are getting
pants on.
That's it, absolutely. Hard hat, lunch pail time.
Rivard. Near side, Wilson back, kicks it back over. Kush off the glass, too heavy. Jackson. More. Milstead.
Red Wolves are one and done on the offensive end. If they don't get a bucket, they ain't getting any offensive rebounds. And Lopes are going to that glass aggressively.
Kobe Wilson called. Freshman from Palestine, Texas. Lotto working his bench. Puts Eaton back in the game. Looks like Cockfield also coming back in.
Yeah, Finke coming in this game for the Lopes. He had himself a game on Monday night. He was absolutely fantastic. And another guard that goes in there and gets on the glass. He had 8 boards on Monday night.
Tim Finke comes in. Frayer out. Longs 3 here. All alone. Blumberg's misses. Oh, Tim Finke.
I think the guy
Carlos Johnson in his face. Careful.
They got him with an elbow. He was trying to clear out, get some space away from Finke, but he clipped him up high. Can't get a guy up above the shoulders with an elbow. That's going to be a foul every time. I see he's trying to whip that basketball away from the defender, but Finke's face gets right here, right in that chops there, and he goes down like a ton of bricks. That can't feel good. Seems like he's okay, though. He checked his jaw, doesn't need any wires.
And the officials will. The Lotto is intense. Well, Grand Canyon University's College of Fine Arts and Production is proud to present the 7th annual Handel's Messiah, featuring the Canyon Symphony Orchestra, Canyon Choral Society, and Canyon Festival Chorus on Tuesday, November 27th. Your favorite holiday tradition returns as Handel's massive oratorio celebrates the life, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. For more information, contact the GCU Arena box office at 602-639-8978 or visit GCUarena.com. Kush gets a flagrant 1. Officials looking at it.
See, they're kind of battling for it, and Kush is clearing out space. It's tough to do the same thing, and you get that basketball, you get those elbows up, but you get the guy in the nose or up above the shoulder, is going to be a foul every time. Carlos Johnson letting him know about it.
Great to see a teammate step in.
Yeah, I like Carlos Johnson stepping in right there, kind of talking to the guy, but he didn't escalate it any further than that. He didn't go over and put his hands, didn't go over and put his hands on the guy and make it a worse situation. He's having too good a game. He got a technical foul, but he's having too good a game to get tossed here early on. They're going to need him tonight.
Rambek Kush from Istanbul, Turkey, the 6'6" junior transfer from the College of Central Florida.
You know, those things happen in basketball.
It was tight, yeah.
They happen in basketball. It's just, you know, you're going to get some of those. You're going to give some of those over your 4-year career. And Little Finky's going to have to realize that. I was talking to Jared Martin before the game. I said, you got a nickname for this little Tim Finky yet? And he said, yeah, they call him Wiz. I didn't get an explanation of why they call him Wiz, though. They just like calling him Wiz.
Okay. I feel like we need an explanation. That, you know,
is that like he's a wizard on the court or something else?
I think we should follow up.
Okay, I'll follow up. I'll report back after Thanksgiving on that one.
Yeah, that'll be good. It's an interesting nickname.
Yeah, I liked it though.
Yeah, you did?
Yeah, Whiz Kid, something like that.
There you know, the Whiz Kid.
Yeah.
Well, this is great.
Well,
isn't this great how much time they take and everything? It's great like this.
you know it's
okay. We got a little physical. He was doing what he typically would do. The guy was tight. He got a little hit in the jaw.
Sure.
He's fine. He's good. We're ready to go. Let's shoot some free throws and let's go, go, go.
I wish. You know, that's just not the way they do it anymore. I'm trying to adjust it. It's been 5 years. I'm struggling with it still.
Okay. Sorry.
But you're right. When there's contact like that. Guy gets hit with an elbow, you're going to have to look at it a little bit longer, I suppose. There was a guy playing.
Tell your players to behave.
There was a guy playing. What was the video? I saw a viral video. A guy shot a 3 out of the corner, and the defender who was closing out on him took about 3 extra steps and then just gave him a nasty blow right to his chest.
Now that's different than what we just saw.
That was wholly different. That was. I think they threw the kid off. They threw him out of the game, and I believe they took his scholarship from him. And somebody told me he was expelled from the school. I thought that was a little too much. I was like, don't take the kid's education. Yeah, maybe you suspend him and for the season or whatever. I get that, but boy, don't take the kid's education from him.
Wow, that's rough.
Well, Finky's the one who got popped in the chops. Now he's got to be the one to go to the line to shoot the free throws, huh? Missed that first one badly on the front, off the front rim. I wonder if not only did he get hit in the jaw, I wonder how his vision is after taking a major shot like that. Got the second one to rattle down.
Well, after a 5-minute delay, we're back in action.
I don't know if he's going to be eating steak tonight. We have to get a can of Campbell's chicken noodle soup or something.
Nothing wrong with that. Jackson. Blumberg. Johnson for 3. Oh, that doesn't go. Pulled down by Gillard.
I tell you what, that's a nice little play. They run out of that baseline, out of bounds play, though. Got Johnson a nice look on the perimeter.
Coxfield.
Coxfield's hot as fish grease in this basketball game right now. Coxfield and Gillard, they've been doing the bulk of their scoring. Those guys are 5 of 6 from the field. Fine.
Heavy on the 3. Blumberg's trying to pull it down. Red Wolves on the run, down by 1. Twisting, turning. Eaton leaves it there underneath for Fritz, but he's fouled.
Yeah, Fritz did a nice job. He didn't get cute with the basketball. He just powered it right up to the hole.
Timeout on the floor. 11:48 to go. Opening half. Lopes up by 1. 15-14 over Arkansas State. We'll step aside. Be right back. I promise.
Performance is your profession. You excel in bringing the best out of people. Through leadership and insight, you help others fulfill their promise. You share a unique bond with your family and cherish your time together. But you strive to take the next step in your career. GCU's online degree program in performance psychology will enhance your skills in helping others succeed. Master your craft in an online PhD program that puts innovation and technology at the heart of education. And you can do it all within a tight schedule without disrupting other aspects of your life. With a PhD in performance psychology, you'll have the tools you need to elevate your performance to the next level. When human excellence meets cutting-edge technology, business advances.
Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable, nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu/.
Tonight's GCU men's basketball game is brought to you in part by Dignity Health, Hello Human Kindness, and by Sanderson Ford. The best play on a new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. Barry Butel, Scott Williams, Kate Longworth from GCU Arena in Phoenix, Arizona. GCU on top 15-14 over Arkansas State. Closing out the three-game homestand, looking for their third straight victory. Students, many of them have headed out for the Thanksgiving week, but some have remained to support the Lopes here. Paul Cook and that Thundering Herd pep band, also part of that cheer and dance that are always at every event.
Is it just me, or is there a lot more cheer and dance this year?
Yeah.
It seems like they've doubled the numbers, and the Havocs, considering they're on break, they stuck around for this Friday night hoop.
Over 9,000 commuters here from the Phoenix area to the 20,000 plus students that are on campus.
Is that what it's up to now, 20,000?
Yeah. Lopes 6 offensive rebounds, but only 2 second chance points. As Shaquille Fritz.
Nice stroke from the line by Fritz. I was watching him dunk during the pregame warmups. He gets up off the floor.
Little press, gets out of it. Jared Martin swarm, kicks back. Milstead drives, loses the handle.
He got hammered. He got hammered from behind. That's why that ball squirted out before he had a chance to go to his little floater that he likes to do right at that the WAC logo.
It's 2 on Cockfield.
That's big because he's been doing most of the damage here in the first half. With 11:42 to play, he's going to have to be real careful not to pick up a third. In fact, they're going to take a sub. Yeah, they get a sub for Coxfield.
3 for 3 from the field, Cockfield. Amari connects front end.
So solid from the line, does a nice job. He actually shot one of the higher percentages, or the highest percentage on the Lopes team last year. Didn't take a whole lot of shots, but from behind the three-point line, and he shoots it. He's money. Look at him getting after
it. Look at that. Milstead stepping up. Tim Finke to inbound.
He's been real solid with the basketball, too. We talked a little bit about it earlier in the open. His assist-to-turnover ratio, 8-1. That's great. Only 1 turnover on the season.
Lumbergs goes right, bounce pass, Martin. Turns, quicks. Jackson. Matt Jackson!
That's good. Got that ball from the left side of the court to the right side. Get him screened down in the corner for the shooter coming up, and Jackson buried it.
Eaton back out front. Brevard, bounce pass to Eaton. Baseline, shut down by Martin, knocked him down underneath, put back. No call, Malik Brevard.
Little unlucky. Martin got his foot stepped on when there was some body contact. He wasn't able to back up and fell right over, and Red Wolves took advantage.
Jackson to Martin. Martin turns, tripped up.
Now that's a smart play by a senior vet right there. He realizes if I can get some contact and pick up a foul on this dribble drive, I can go to the line and shoot some free throws. Get the defender out there a little too tight, put the ball on the floor and take it to the rack.
Wally called for the foul. Martin heavy. Gillard leaves it there for Eaton. Eaton comes back out front. Blumberg's keeping an eye on him. Looks down low. Nice pass. Travel. Why Brevard?
Look at this one more time. Super left-hand pass right by the ear hole of the defender, and then looks like they just got tangled up. They went down, but they're letting them play tonight for the most part. Although I guess the Red Wolves would beg to differ. They got 18 fouls already.
Milstead. Back out. Jackson quickly. Oh, Blumberg's off his hands.
Oh, take off the oven mitts. That was a perfect pass.
Oh, Milstead! Blumberg's! Oh, doesn't go. Draws a foul. Eaton.
Look at this Milstead. He got those athletic hands, gets high, long arms, gets in that passing lane, and I like the unselfish play of giving it to the guy that's in front of you. Blumberg takes it hard to the rack, and we know he can struggle from the line.
In the ballgame for the Red Wolves, number 15, Jake Scoggins.
Scoggins checks back into the game. Fritz takes a seat. Back end for Blumberg's. Two strike.
Well, this bench bunch, I mean, Martin and Finke, Jackson, Blumberg's, and Milstead, they're out there ball hawking on defense.
8-3 margin and bench points in favor of the Lopes. Rivard called as Martin does his classic defensive maneuver.
That's awesome. Hey, he gives up his body for his team, does a good job, gets a good wide stance defensively, ready for that baseline move, knowing that he's got some help to the middle, right there to get his feet planted and take the blow.
Double bonus for GCU. Milstead looking over at Marley. Asks Finke to come out. Hands him off the ball, plays catch, goes right now. Martin looks down low.
Yeah, the Wolves went to a defense.
Read that one. Trying to drive and putting it in, he does. Tristan Wally.
Yeah, that's why you don't want to give up turnovers. They can turn those into baskets the other way, going real quickly.
Looks like a DB looking at the quarterback's eyes and just picked it off. Martin. Milstead. Tim Finke back to Milstead. Trying to turn the corner. Floater off the glass. Too heavy, but pushed out by Jackson. Martin's on the floor. So are the Red Wolves. Scoggins. Jump ball.
I love it. I counted 5 jerseys down there on the floor. You got to love it when guys are selling everything out, going after that basketball, giving up their bodies, not afraid to get a knee burn. All right, that one right there. Jackson tries to punch it out. You got Martin going down there. You got Finke's down there. Jackson decides he wants to jump in the scrum and go after it. You gotta love that. Never could stand those teammates of mine that wanted to reach for a ball on the floor. Like, throw your chest down there after that basketball and go get it with some aggressive posture and nature.
Didn't coach like to see that?
Dean Smith loved to see it. They used to chart that, not only in games, but also in practice. They called it first to the floor.
Milstead.
Milstead loves it. He is getting after it defensively, playing those passing lanes, got that steal, and the Red Wolves player, he got so upset he committed a foul, and realizing that the Lopes are in the double bonus.
He's a thief. He's got 3 steals already.
Let's see if everybody's been capitalizing from that free throw line. Now 8 of 10 from the free throw line are the Lopes.
Drexel in for Martin.
30-second timeout called by the Red Wolves.
8:51 to go. 24-19. Five-point lead for GCU as they close out this three-game homestand before traveling Thanksgiving Eve. 7 p.m. tip-off Seton Hall at Cal State Fullerton, the opener of the Wooden Legacy Classic. Win that one, it's either Utah or Hawaii in their bracket. And you can join them out there Thanksgiving weekend in California. Tickets available to all three of those games. Going to kt.xosn.com/tickets. Thursday's game against Seton Hall, 7 p.m. tip, Arizona time. 6 p.m. out in California. All set your tickets for those three games range from 100 to 150. Come support the Lopes over the Thanksgiving weekend at the 2018 Wooden Legacy Classic. Send it down to Kate Longworth.
Barry, the guys will be leaving on Tuesday for the tournament and coming back the following Monday, so they'll be on the road for an extended amount of time. I had a chance to talk with Dan Marley a bit about this being a long road trip for the team. They did have that trip up to South Dakota State, but that was a lot about hard travel, so he's looking forward to the bonding time that will hopefully come with this, spending Thanksgiving on the road together.
Freyer picked that one off, almost lost it. Bounce pass, Michael Finke. Kick back out, Matt Jackson for three. Heavy. Red Wolves with the rebound.
Yeah, think about those long road trips is you got to remember to pack extra underwear. I made my mistake my freshman year of not packing enough underwear. You suffer having to go commando.
Well, that's way too much information again. There's limits, okay?
Too much information?
Yeah.
I thought people liked the personal stories.
Those inside stories? I think they want to hear more about, like, you know, what it was like to play with Jordan. You know, how intense he was, how he hated to lose, how prepared he was when he went on road trips.
I got you. Yeah, they got another turnover on the Lopes there with another illegal screen. That's the second one tonight. That seems to be the call of the night.
Talk about the call of the night. It was made by Dan Marley to continue to keep Carlos Johnson in the starting lineup because he has come to play in this opening half for GCU.
Yeah, he is a guy that knew he was going to be able to figure out eventually. And he's been a lot more aggressive tonight, driving the ball to the basket. The outside shot, kind of still a little iffy right now, shooting only 32% coming into this basketball game, but he's taking the ball to the hole.
Oh, no doubt about it. That's what he needs to do. Carlos Johnson lighten it up.
Yeah, I like this one. This is one early on there. Defender tried to flop on him, and he went right through the chest and powered that one to the basket. Little turnaround jumper, got that to click. And then I love getting on the defensive glass, the way he's got on the boards tonight, and that was my favorite one of the night because that only showed his athleticism and his creativity.
Lopes fans, support a family in need this Christmas. Operation Santa Claus, presented by our partner Sanderson Ford, will be at the men's basketball game on December 1st against Boise State from 5 to 7 p.m. outside the arena, accepting donations, items including new toys, children's clothes, non-perishable food items, and monetary donation. You may even be entered to win a new car. For contest rules, go to www.givetotheclaus.com. Look for the Sanderson Ford tent, volunteers in red shirts outside the arena.
Fans, give it up
December
one more time
1st.
for the GCU cheerleaders. The GCU cheerleaders.
Let's go back to that last play and take a look at that illegal screen, because this is a good teaching point for all you young players out there. You want to set a screen. You can't slide over out of position. Once you get your feet set, just lock them in there. If the offensive player that you're trying to set a screen for doesn't do a good job coming off that screen shoulder to shoulder, shame on him. Don't magnify that problem by getting the offensive screen, illegal screen call and turning the basketball over.
Rockfield brings it back out near side, driving high off the glass. Not there was Tristan Wally.
Now they got Milstead down there. Push it in the back. This is the 15th foul on GCU, so they only have to take a baseline out of bounds. Not a bad foul. I think not every foul is a bad foul. And now they got Trey Drexel on the weak side. It was a straight line cut to the basket, and I think Drexel thought he was going to come out over the top around to the right side and just got beat to the basket and had to end up holding.
Out of the way of Gillard.
Yeah, more of a push than a hold, actually.
Crockfield back out. Gillard, quick three. Off the front. Rebound, though, in favor of the Wolves. Freyer got a hand on it. Looks like he's going to be called.
Yeah, an intentional foul.
Yeah.
Not a flagrant foul, but an intentional foul. Again, another example of not giving up an easy dunk underneath. You're not in foul trouble. The team's not in real bad foul trouble. That was their 7th. It'll be 1-1 the rest of the way. They make the guy go to the line and earn it from the free throw line.
Wally coming in 4 of 5 from the line. Misses the front end. Freyer's first.
There are a lot of players in college basketball now with tats. Do they get these tats after high school, like right before they get to college, or they got them in college or in high school already?
I think in high school.
Yeah, okay. We didn't have, no players really had tats in high school, at least not any really visible ones. These guys got full-on arm sleeves now. They come into college. That's a silly foul right there. That'll drive the head coach Batty 45 feet away from the basket. They're going to send him to the free throw line, one of the best shooters on the team.
Milstead back at the line. Been active there. 5 for 5.
Putting himself together a nice little first half. We had the exhibition game early in the season where Milstead was starting, and then Drexel came in off that bench with super intensity. He ended up getting a start in the second half, been starting ever since, and it has really motivated Milstead. He has elevated his play, even though he's coming off the pine. He has elevated his play ever since that moment.
Michael Finke, Alessandro Lever on the court. Gillard leaves for Cockfield. Oh, a long three. Off the glass.
Did he call bank? I'm not sure he called bank, but
goodness,
these guys are not afraid to tee it up 2, 3, 4 feet from behind that arc.
9 points, 4 for 4 on the field for Cockfield. Drexel. Milstead. Up time, Oscar Freyer!
Oh my goodness, he had his elbows up in the cylinder on that one. Nice job. I always forget to watch Freyer down in that left corner. That's the side he likes to come flying out of like a cannon, and then he slams it home.
Another long three. That's way off the mark. Rebound, though, Red Wolves. Gillard loses the handle. Finke picks it up. Leaves for Drexel. Drexel looking left. Now comes right. Oh, lucky break. Be careful. Milstead plays catch with Drexel. Down low. Back underneath. Freyer. Oh, loses it a bit. 7 on the shot clock. 6. Got to move. Drexel. 4, 3. Drexel's got to do something. Floater off the glass. Not there. Foul underneath. Looks like they got Lever.
Look at this one again. You think these guys didn't do this a few times in high school? My goodness. Not only his elbows, look where his head is at. The height of his head up by the rim as he slams that one home for the short two. I wish I could have jumped like that when I played basketball. That just seems so fun.
Well, you didn't really need to jump that high. You're already like up to the rim already.
Well, he doesn't need to jump that high to dunk it, but he still does it.
Well,
it's still
great.
fun.
Yeah, fun.
Yeah. Keep the crowd up off their feet, ignite the havocs.
Murrow Catholic connection.
Marley without the tie tonight.
Yeah, it's kind of casual.
Maybe we should start doing that on Friday night. We go tieless.
I think Marley can do it, you know.
Well, what do you mean?
Maybe he spilled something on his tie.
We're passing out pizzas before
That's
the game.
true.
Maybe
Put a little sauce on there.
Pepperoni fell off there right onto his tie.
don't think you're eating unless you get a little something on you, right? Drexel. Oh, boy.
A little sloppy with the basketball this time. Unforced errors, and zone defenses have given the Lopes problems. They don't practice against the zone very often. They play straight man-to-man. So when they see zones in the games, it throws them off until they can figure out how to solve it. They'll be better against that zone as this game progresses.
Frere almost picked that off, went out of bounds. It'll be inbound by Tristan Waller. As Drexel and Milstead on the court together to see how that chemistry works.
I like this is going to be an interesting final 5.5 minutes here. Can the Lopes pull away from this pesky Red Wolves team?
Eaton takes it from Wilson over to Wally. Wally trying to drive. Back in the corner and shot clock violation. Whoa.
Great defense that time by the Lopes. They allowed no inside penetration. Ball never got below the free throw line. Easy to defend if you can keep that ball up, 15 feet away from the basket.
Drexel. Jackson back to Drexel. Looks right, goes to Damari Milstead. Drexel comes near side. Finke with his hands up in the paint. Milstead, Frere, tried to get that bounce pass. It's kicked there by Eaton.
Well, I like the idea of penetrating that zone defense, and you either do that two different ways, with the dribble or with the pass. And that time he tried to go for the pass underneath the defense of arms. Look at those guys with arms. Look how quick they move from side to side and close out on that basketball.
That's really what Marley wanted to see at South Dakota, because he was ticked off. Because these guys fill up these lanes. Long shot from Frere.
Nice job. He just faked the ball back out to the top and went back to the baseline for his second field goal tonight.
Eaton, far side, back out front. Kobe Wilson. Wally.
Another one of those long three-point shots. Uh-oh, we got Milstead. He wanted to pass the ball over to Frere, but Frere had his head turned, so he put the ball back down. He called him for the carry. Another one of those unforced errors that keeps this Red Wolves team hanging around.
You don't see Milstead with that. He had that one turnover in 45
That's right. Maybe
minutes coming into the game.
Did I jinx him? Talking about what his assist to turnover ratio was at 8-1?
Still pretty solid. Buckfield. In the corner, Gillard. Heavy rebound, Frere. Drexel. Under 4 to go, opening half. 3-point Lopes lead. Frere got a hand on it. Did the Red Wolves. And the Wolves will inbound with 12 on the shot clock. 3:44 to go, opening half. GCU on top of Arkansas State by 3.
CSU Bakersfield wins the WAC Tournament Championship.
I don't know if this is a dream or real life, but we did it. We won the WAC Championship. It's great.
Find your purpose at GCU. Private, Christian, affordable, and nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu.
A close game tonight here at GCU Arena. The Lopes with a 3-point lead with just under 4 to go in the first half over Arkansas State. Well, they say the Field of Dreams is in Iowa, and the Courts of Dreams were in Champaign, Illinois, as the Finke brothers grew up playing hoops in their driveway, dreaming of one day being on the same team. And now that dream is a reality for big bro Michael Finke and little brother Tim Finke.
It's fun. Like I said, I've never done it, so it's just been a really, really unique type of thing. You know, I grew up playing against him in the driveway and stuff, so playing out here on an actual team, it's fun. You know, we like to compete, so we're definitely doing that every day in practice.
Now, when big brother Michael decided to redshirt at Illinois, where he was playing last year, the brothers did think maybe there was an outside chance they would be suiting up together. But in a crazy twist of how it all play out, they are not suiting up in their home state, but rather out here in Arizona. And Tim Finke and Michael Finke both saying this is so great to be playing together, and they're really pushing their competition level out there as they compete against each other.
Frayer takes the inbounds, no doubt about it.
Oscar Frayer has sent home a couple dunks tonight that have just been vicious on that rim. They may have to get the maintenance crew to check that basket at halftime.
Far side to Eaton. Swatted down by Frayer. Milstead brings it up. Driving, floater not there.
Two guys that played high school basketball together having some fun out here. Milstead and Frayer getting after it in the first half. Milstead almost with another steal.
And Wolves underneath, left hand, not there. Pulled down by Jackson, the Lopes on a 6-0 run.
A year ago, Jackson wouldn't have got that rebound in traffic. That added muscles really helped his ability to go up and snag balls amongst bodies.
Inside to Michael Finke, kicked back out. Milstead quickly to Drexel, driving, bounce pass. Michael Finke turning, and in! Here come the Lopes.
Yeah, it's pushing this thing up now to a 9-point advantage, trying to pull away here, steal the momentum, and take it to the locker room with them.
Cockfield. Turning, twisting, Scoggins out to Gallard for three. And good. Ooh, Gallard.
He put his peepers on after that, didn't he? I don't like that, I think. He wanted the crowd to simmer down a little bit.
Simmer down. Milstead. Frayer. Frayer wants three. Oh, yippee what he got!
Yippee-ki-yay! Oscar Frayer is doing his darn thing. Either damage on the rim or shots from behind the arc now. 4 of 10 after starting 1 for 9. They have really come on from behind the arc.
Gallard underneath. Oh, you can't score from underneath. Milstead drives. Goes right. Oh, foul.
Jackson went right into that contact to get the foul. Look at this one more time. Nice pick by Milstead. Frees up his mate. And he just cuff dunked that one home with it from the weak side, coming out of his position. That was like a volleyball spike to get that one, get Milstead off to the races for the lay-in at the other end. So as Milstead gave Frayer on, and then Frayer with the block ends up giving one to Milstead. I don't know if he'll get credit for the assist, but he certainly ignited the fast break as Jackson calmly stroked that one from the line. I really like the way this young man's playing in this final campaign.
Ten-point Lopes lead. Under a minute and a half to go. Cockfield on the near side. Peels back out. Step back. Short. Frayer's there.
They got an opportunity for 2 for 1 if they'd want it. They can get a shot here, try to get a bucket, go back, play defense, and still should have plenty of time to get a shot at the other end, but they had to hustle just a bit.
Milstead. Back out. Open lane, right hand. Oh, doesn't go, but look who's there, Matt Jackson.
Nice. He's gone to the offensive glass a number of times this early season. Couple times he's done it off the free throw line. This time there, following his player right to the basket. Hard working bucket.
11 minutes on the floor from Matt Jackson, and he's producing. Wally driving baseline, turning around. Jackson, it's short, pulled down by Trey Drexel.
Yeah, plenty of time left now. They can take the last shot of the half.
Frere, he doesn't want to waste any time.
Coach Marley not happy with that shot selection.
Hockfield kind of on the run, but foul underneath. Drexel lands on Scoggins' foot.
Coach Marley letting Frere know, I wanted the last shot of the half. They almost scored there. It turns out it may work out for the Lopes, because on that foul is going to send, looks like Drexel to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Drexel's got something on his leg that I have not seen before. He got like a stocking on that left leg.
I think he's worn that before.
Did he? Oh, has he worn the stocking before?
I want to think maybe South Dakota State. Not sure if he wore it at home.
Looks a little FloJo-ish. Remember FloJo? Runner just would wear one tight.
Sure you would think that was a cool thing.
He's probably not even old enough to remember who FloJo was. Exactly. One of the greatest sprinters in Olympic history, I believe. Wasn't she hold some records for a while?
6 points, 4 boards, 3 assists for Trey Drexel.
Florence Griffith Joyner.
She could fly.
Married to, wasn't she married to the high jump? The Joyner?
Was he the coach? Was it Bob Kersey? Wolstead wanted a highlight reel there at the end.
Yeah, Lopes finished this half off nicely. It was a 3-point game, and then they exploded on a 17-3 run to end the half.
44-30 the score. Let's send it down to the court. Kate Longworth.
All right, well, just a few moments ago, Dan, this was a very close game. Your team running away now with a 14-point lead at the break. What do you feel was fueling their success down the stretch?
Well, I thought Damari came in and did an unbelievable job. I thought our defense picked up. They've hit some deep shots, but we know those 2 kids, 0 and 10, can really shoot the ball. So they got NBA range, so we got to get up and deny the ball when we're supposed to, and then crash the boards. Right off the beginning, we were really good, especially offensively, crashing the boards. And then they went into zone, and we stopped crashing. But that's a great way to close off the half.
And how do you want to carry over that momentum into the second half? What's your message?
Just the intensity, just getting in there and playing hard. I thought Carlos was great early, got into foul trouble, had to sit him, but guys picked it up. So we just got to be solid and play hard.
All right, thank you very much. And guys, one thing I can always count on here at halftime is I never know what Dan Marley's going to say. You think when he's going to be upset, he is going to be happy? He was very happy. I thought he was going to be upset. He's happy. And when you think he's going to be happy, he has a message for you.
There you go. Always a message. 17-3 run to close things out. 44-30 the score. Kate's going to return with our halftime festivities from GCU Arena. We'll leave it locked in right where you have it.
Feel the thunder in the heart of Phoenix. GCULopes.com.
I can laugh, I can smile, hold my head way up high, baby, it's all because of you, yeah, I've got a new song I can sing.
There's an exciting destination for food, fun, and golf in the heart of Phoenix. Come to the GCU Hotel and Canyon 49 Grill, where our hospitality management students gain real-world experience and deliver unmatched service. Enjoy beautiful amenities like a resort-style pool, full-service fitness center, championship golf course, and coffee shop GCBC. Canyon 49 Grill serves American fare all day and happy hour with a great vibe and Lopes pride. Room rates start at $89 per night. Visit GCUHotel.com today.
The Thundering Herd putting on quite the performance here at halftime at GCU Arena. And that's exactly what the Lopes did, winding down the final minutes of the first half. It was a 4-point game with under 4 minutes to go. And now the Lopes are staring at a 14-point lead over Arkansas State at the break, making for one happy Dan Marley inside the locker room. Meanwhile, outside on the court, I'm Kate Longworth here with the Lopes halftime show. And I'm joined now by cheer coach Emily Stevens and by senior Megan. And you guys, thank you so much for being here with us. And tell me a little bit about cheer camp this year, because it's getting kind of redundant, but you guys just keep going out there and impressing and blowing away the competition.
Yeah, well, thank you for that. No, we always want to do well athletically, but most importantly, winning that leadership award in most collegiate, which is voted on by the staff and then also the other teams, just really shows how character-based this team is and how it's so important for us to be more than just athletes, but to really be ambassadors. So, it's always great and a kind of a sweet start to our season.
Now, what's it mean to you as coach of this team that you guys do get that notoriety? Last year was the first year eligible for NCAA competition, but already you guys were on the map. What's that mean to you?
I think it really just boils down to the support that we've always gotten. Our executive team, they've always treated us like that Division I, we're ready for the WAC. It's always preparing us for more instead of trying to catch up. We're always one step ahead. And so, it's just an honor to be able to be a part of this growth,
And speaking of preparation, how are you preparing for the national championships coming up?
A lot of hard work. They're practicing, obviously, every day. They're working out, but they're in a good spot right now. I think they're already a little bit physically, mentally for a break for Thanksgiving. Although they don't really get a break. We're going to California, of course, but they're doing great, yeah.
Megan, she referenced you guys needing a break. You guys do put so many hours into your routines, into your practice, and then you guys are always on once the lights come on here inside the arena or at other athletic events, and you don't get time off. So what is it like to be a member of this cheer team?
It's honestly amazing. I don't think there's a single person on the team who wouldn't want to be here with their whole heart. The character building and development that you get, not just skill-wise, but in your heart while you're here is so amazing, and the time is completely worth it. It's so much fun and such a joy to be on the team.
And you've been a 3-year member, and you're now graduating with you're majoring in business finance. Yeah. But I hear you'll be back in the Lopes uniform. How's that working out?
Yeah, so as long as you still have years of eligibility, you're allowed to come back, and I couldn't leave. I just can't get out of here. And I'm so excited to be able to stay and keep building with the team and building myself and building them as well. So
you'll continue your studies as well?
Yes, and so I will be pursuing my master's. I'm going to be getting it in finance as well. So with my degree, it's always good to have the master's as well.
And I think you guys are such an example of true athletes out there. As we said, you put a lot of time in and you guys come together as a team. What are you most proud of being a part of the cheer team?
Being a part of it, I think I'm so proud of, again, like you were saying, the image that we represent. I think that GCU in and of itself is not just known for being successful at the things that we're successful at, but being good at character and having those morals. And I think that our team really, really represents that with everything that we do.
What's it like working with the Havocs?
The Havocs are crazy. They are so much fun. They make everything so exciting, and working with them, I feel more excited doing everything.
We wish you the best of luck at championships, and also next week, bring some to-go boxes for that turkey, right? All right, well, we wish you guys a happy Thanksgiving, and when we come back, we will replay and go over all those stats and highlights and much, much more in the first half. Dan Marley was happy. We're Scott and Mary. We'll find out right after this.
As a teacher, your calling was always to make a difference and positively impact the future. You live with a deep sense of purpose and strive to inspire generations of change. GCU's online Masters of Education degree program gives you the skills you need to grow and develop your career, while also making sure you have time for yourself and your family. Today, you can learn anywhere and anytime, giving kids a look into the technological advances that pushed you forward. Being strong and compassionate makes you a role model through this formative period in their lives. You're not just inspiring future generations of leaders and innovators to reach for their dreams. You're giving them the tools they need to achieve them.
Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable, nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu/online.
We have been the experts in clean since 1945. We help businesses keep their facilities cleaner, healthier, greener, and safer. We are passionate about what we do and are committed to making your workplace environment the cleanest and healthiest it can be.
Back at GCU Arena where the Lopes are on top. 44-30 over Arkansas State. Barry Butel, Scott Williams up in 103. And this game was pretty tight, but they opened it up with under about 4.5 to go, didn't they?
Yeah, the Red Wolves came to play.
Yeah,
they were fantastic early on, jumped on the Lopes, didn't quite know what hit them, and got after them with some pressure defense, caused a lot of turnovers and disruption to their offensive flow.
Let's check out our Dignity Health highlights. Dignity Health, Hello Human Kindness. Wally down low after a 7-4 Red Wolves lead.
Yeah, they came out looking, getting some high percentage looks. They were attacking that painted area, and then the Lopes with Carlos Johnson. He was absolutely fantastic to start this basketball game. 6 early points in the contest, and then I love this one right here. Get that transaction basketball. Trey Drexel does a good job pushing the ball, keeping his eyes up. Spoon feeds Finke underneath for the easy bucket. Then Gillard comes back the other way, and a nice long-range three-point shot. He had 13 points in that first half. It was Gillard. Then the Coxfield, he came in here and attacks the bigs underneath. He was wonderful in that game. He had 9 points in that first half, and then the Jackson 5 from behind the arc. Deep three-point shot that finds nothing but back rim and down. And I love the O-slam out of the corner right here. Oscar Freire, thunderous dunk. And then Millsap said, I give it, and then I also will take it and receive. While a big block by Oscar Freire, who had, Millsap had 8 points. Freire with 9 points, 3 boards, and that huge spike slam block he had there at the end.
Shooting field goal percentage 42.4 for the Lopes. Just 2 of 11 from the arc. Free throws 14-17. That's huge. Bench points again, turning it up 17-3, and they have the 8-point margin points in the paint.
Yeah, I love the bench way they played. They were really good. Jackson, Milstead, even Finke, after taking a blow, he was solid in that first half as well.
How about the bench, and then how about Carlos Johnson also seeing the score sheet here in the opening
I
half?
love that. Kid, doesn't sulk. He's been working hard in practice like we talked about, and when you get that confidence in practice, eventually it's going to carry over into the games, and it did for him tonight.
It's great to see the Lopes up 44-30 at the half. Kate will be back with more from our halftime here at GCU Arena in Phoenix. So leave it right here.
Curiosity fuels you. It helps you understand the world around you. It's your guide through life. So when you're ready for a fulfilling new career, let your curiosity fuel that change. Change is difficult, but Grand Canyon University's online degree programs in technology make it convenient for you to achieve your dream. While businesses are being transformed by artificial intelligence and analytics, GCU teaches you how to plan for innovation and make sense of the world. By applying that knowledge to today's most challenging problems and sharing your insights, you're helping to build a better tomorrow for you, your community, and your family. Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable, nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu/online.
Do you want to be on Ask GCU? Twitter raffle. Tweet us your questions, and the person with the best question is going to get featured on the next episode with the crew.
My dudes.
What are you doing?
People don't like us very much, it seems.
Tweet hashtag AskGCU to get your question featured.
Welcome back to GCU Arena with under 4 minutes to go in the first half. Just a couple points separated these two teams, but in the end, Oscar Freyer helping the Lopes pull away with a 44-30 lead at the break over Arkansas State. The bench very impressive for the Lopes, especially down the stretch. They outscored Arkansas State 17-3. Oscar Freyer, as I mentioned, kind of fueling the success of the team. He has 9 points, playing very aggressively out there. And with that bench, points from Jackson with 6 and Milstead 8. Meanwhile, leading the way for them, we've got Gillard with 13 points, leading all scorers right now in the game. But GCU hoping that this lead will extend into the second half, so they'll have what? Well, a lot to be thankful for as they try to go for that third straight victory right now before heading to Fullerton for the Wooden Legacy. They will be spending Thanksgiving on the road, but that doesn't mean they're not keeping their Turkey Day memories and their favorite foods close to their heart.
Growing up, I mean, Thanksgiving is always a great time to be around family. We always have aunts, uncles, cousins, grandparents, they all come in to our house for Thanksgiving. And we were actually fortunate, a lot of our grandparents lived in Champaign where we're from, so we don't always see them a lot, but Thanksgiving, just more people coming, so that was great. And the food, I mean, can't go wrong with any of the food. Probably my favorite thing that comes to my mind is my grandma will make these noodles. I don't know what it is about them, but they're so good. They just, they always make me think of Thanksgiving.
My favorite part about Thanksgiving has to be the food. My favorite food is mac and cheese and ham. Mac and cheese and ham.
I think my favorite part of Thanksgiving is the food. I think it's my mom's macaroni and her ham with honey on it and with pineapples. I think that does the job every year.
Probably have to go with the ham and then the sweet potatoes with the marshmallows on it. I don't know, I just love that.
I would say all the food, the different varieties of food we can eat, being around my family, just having that good family vibe around you just being thankful for them and just getting the love.
My favorite thing about Thanksgiving is when it comes dinner time and walking into the dining room and smelling my mom's apple pie, man. She makes the best apple pie, and that'll be forever my favorite food, and that smell kind of reminds me of Thanksgiving.
And Carlos Johnson telling us he's thankful this year for his mom's health. He, of course, is making a bit of a homecoming suiting up for the Lopes this season. But last year, around this time, his mom did have a health issue. So he said she's doing a lot better this year, and so there's a lot to be thankful for there. Meanwhile, Blumberg last year got to experience his first Thanksgiving here, and he said it was a big success. He had a big smile on his face as he talked about the turkey and mashed potatoes and gravy. And guys, this just leads us up to the question of what's your favorite turkey side dish or the turkey?
Ah, that's my favorite right there. And I see Oscar Freyer. Yeah, everybody. That is the turkey jam. That's what I like.
Oh, yeah. This Oscar Freyer kid is absolutely amazing the way he is getting so proficient at slamming these alley-oops and dunks at the rim.
Right back at you. All I know is I'm hungry right now after hearing all those guys. Apple pie, oh, my grandma's apple pie.
I love that sweet potatoes with the
mac and cheese, really?
Well, no, the sweet potatoes when they put the mushrooms on top. You know, the gold and the mushrooms on mushrooms, the marshmallows.
Yeah, that's what Finky was talking about.
That's my favorite.
How long do we have to wait?
I'm ready to eat right now.
There we go.
This piece of pizza I'm eyeballing over here as soon as we go to commercial break.
Freyer. Oh, rings out. I have to ask Kate what she likes.
Yeah.
I like the sweet potatoes too, without the mushroom. But Barry.
Not mushrooms, I meant marshmallows.
Fair enough, fair enough. I also like the guys are saying, I know it's all about the turkey, but I really like the ham. I think that takes center stage.
Yeah, that's a sleeper, I think, the ham.
Yeah, there's a company that makes a
Honey
really
Baked?
good Honey Baked. Honey Bear or Honey Baked?
Honey Baked.
Honey Baked.
Honey Baked.
Honey Baked.
Oh, those are the best. Yeah, they'll get this one right here. Full stuffing right that one by Oscar Freire going up to the 10th floor. He's going to have to worry about hitting his head on that rim.
Yeah, you gotta be careful, young man.
Have to get him a helmet.
Well, it ends up going in for Tristan Wally.
If you were going to get him a helmet, would you get him like a football helmet with a full face mask or more like a bicycle helmet?
That's an interesting call. Or maybe the old school football, you know, the leather.
Oh, the leather ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would totally be legal because that wouldn't really hurt anybody if he was to bump heads with anybody.
It still looked ridiculous.
I think it would look sweet.
Really? Interesting.
I would totally rock that look.
You would? You
Well,
would
not
rock the
now.
look?
I mean, back when I was, 19, 20 years old. Probably make you look fierce, too.
Freire without a helmet.
Safety first and 10 on that one. He went hard to the hole, but then gently laid it up off glass.
Turn around, Scoggin.
I like that little jump hook. Not enough players shoot the little left shoulder turn, right-hand jump hook from distance any longer.
Drexel to his right, Freire. He came out of the room on fire.
Carlos
again?
Johnson wrapping, trying to post up there. He wanted to get the defender on his back. The defender did the right thing, was quite pesky back there. So watch that right hand come back there and shove the defender back behind him so he can get that post-up position. And anytime you do that, referee stand right there on that baseline. Easy call.
3 on Carlos. Cockfield goes left, cuts in, up high, and in.
That was pretty basketball right there. He's noticed Oscar Freire took a peek over his left shoulder to see where the pick was coming from. He went away from the pick, and when Freire turned his head, he was gone.
Freire in the corner, Labor for 3. Yes!
Well, they started chilly from behind that arc and have since picked it up from the land of 3.
Labor heard from. Wally working on Labor. Off the glass.
Oh, nice move by Wally. In my next life, I want that hair. That's great hair.
Next life.
Well, you know what they say. Who knows?
Finke. Oh! Carlos Johnson!
CJ going in there and getting some extra buckets. I like that. Hard-working baskets. It doesn't show up in the stat sheet as a rebound or a field goal, but those are things that really lift your teammates. You see that extra effort.
Wally. Drexel climbs up. On the run. Loses it. Cockfield.
For the life of me, I can't figure out why Labor wasn't sprinting the court.
Fresh 30 on the shot clock. Eaton. Marquise Eaton. Wally. Back to Cockfield. Moves left. Cuts in. Another floater from him, and it goes in.
Well, Cockfield, he can put that ball in the basket, can't he? He does it in a variety of different ways. Right hand, left hand, inside, outside. A nice game. Coach Marley was talking about Coxfield and Gillard having to put a focus on them, but they have yet to do that in the second half.
Labor fouled. Timeout on the floor. 53-42. The Lopes on top. 15:35 to go. Second half. Labor gets on the board here. He's got 5 points. Let's send it over to Kate Longwood.
All right, well, Paul Cook, the Thundering Herd band leader, taking a quick time out to chat with us right now and take us through just what's going on with the Thundering Herd this year.
Thundering Herd's off to a great start. We've got the successful women's volleyball season. Men's soccer season was awesome with our Samba crew, and now we're into women's basketball and men's basketball. So we're off to a great start.
And we were enjoying during the halftime performance, take me through what it was to prepare for that and what you guys were able to carry out.
You know, I went through a list. I grew up in the 90s, so I went through a list of songs, and I was looking at the dates of my kids, and I'm like, are they going to know any of this stuff? They were like born during that. But, you know, I was up there around them, and we were doing the Armageddon song, or the Aerosmith song, and they were singing along with it. They loved the Friends theme show, so it was just a lot of fun working up those 90s tunes.
What is it like to perform in an atmosphere like this? And then also, what pride do you take that your band is so a part of the excitement in here?
Well, you know, we're more of a pep band than anything. So getting out on the floor and doing halftime, sometimes the kids are like, we're doing what? So we do a lot of work out on the field, setting things up on a dot coordinate type thing. When you come out here to the basketball court, there's nothing like that out there. So, but to come into this house and to be accepted by the fans, the people, I tell people all the time, you know, even if you love basketball or don't, you're going to leave entertained with what we're able to do with the game night ops, the cheer team, the dance team, the band, the Havocs. It's a great package.
Yeah, and you guys will all be taking your show on the road, and for you, that also means taking your family on the road, as your son and in-laws will be heading with you and your wife, who we got to talk to, who's the coach of the dance team. So what's it like to just be inside your GCU spirited household, and what are you anticipating with the Wooden Legacy?
We love it. I mean, we have stressful jobs, but we love our jobs. I mean, we have a lot of fun doing it. We get to go out to Thanksgiving and spend that together with our big family, small family, but our big family out in California with the band. And we're just looking forward to it. It's going to be a fun trip.
When you look at the students that are members of the Thundering Herd and you see their personalities come out in this way, what's that mean to you?
The kids are awesome. I mean, that's why I do what I do. I've waited a long time to work at a university, but getting to work with them as they work about what they're going to do with their lives, what they're going to do, what they're going to become, it's just a fun time of life.
Well, thank you very much. Keep up the great work. Always great to see you guys in action.
Thank you. Have a good night.
All right, we send it up to you guys. Once again, another part of this big puzzle with the basketball team on the road for the holidays. So are so many other students here who are putting in their time and work to make it a spirited place.
Drexel picked by Eaton. Eaton puts it home.
Drexel came like he was gimpy, but I think his shoe had foot had came out of his shoe, but he's got to be more secure with the ball.
Open a harm though, coming back.
Made up for it right there, didn't he? He said, I turned one over and giveth, and now I'm going to take it. Another guy gets caught watching for the screen, and these offensive players now so crafty. Once they see them take a look over their left or the right shoulder, they just go the opposite direction.
Arkansas State ended the first half 1 for their last 12. They've started here the second half 6 for 8.
Yeah, they run on fire here in the second half. Both teams really, even the Lopes, they shooting 66%. They're 4 for 6 now. Make it 5 for 7.
Oh, did you see that pass? Beauty.
Dropped a dime for the big fella to throw it down.
Fritz. Drexel. Oh, Eaton called.
Yeah, one more time here, just dished it over. Challenge the big guy. He's got to come over and help. And a nice job throwing it right underneath the armpit to his mate.
That band did a fabulous job at halftime. Johnson short. Finke with the rebound, but he stepped out.
Yeah, good call. But I like that Finke going, not just sitting on the back of the defender, trying to get around the edge there. And had he wore a smaller shoe size, he would have gotten away with it.
Cockfield. Fritz ends up in Eaton's hands after the handoff from Gillard. Eaton in the paint. Stops. Puts it up. Foul. Drexel. Can't believe the call.
All that good momentum the Lopes were able to take to the locker room. Seems as though the Wolves were able to get their balance at locker room. Nice job by the coaching staff and the players to kind of get their wits about them and battling the Lopes the way they did to start the game.
When they were talking about 90s night tonight, I was kind of liking it.
Yeah.
The Macarena, we had the Friends theme song, we had Just hear Tom Jones.
The Carlton dance. They were doing that from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I'm all right with 90s night.
I love 90s. Kidding, I'm a 90s kid.
Kick back out, Labor for three. Good!
2 triples for Labor from behind the arc. Beautiful job spacing out the defense there. Good ball rotation, and it gave him a pass where he could go right into his shot.
Cockfield.
What I mean by that, let me explain a little bit more about that. Some passes that you get, they get you outside your shooting pocket. This pass is delivered right in Labor's shooting pocket. One motion, he's able to go right up with this basket. Look where that hits him there. Perfect, right off that right side of his body, catch and fire.
Milstead in for Drexel. Eaton. Man, was that a pass Milstead picked off underneath? Milstead floater, not there. Finke. Michael. Oh, that is knocked away by the Red Wolves, Fritz.
Yeah, my goodness, what a block. That was as impressive as Oscar's block.
Finke. Wow. Underneath by the Red Wolves. Wally.
Well, Finke hadn't had the great start to the season. I mean, he's had some fine moments, don't get me wrong. But I think Coach Marley was talking about in the pregame show. He can't quite find his balance as how he fits into the offense. But what he does do is when that shot goes up, he crashes the glass. He's not worried about, hey, they're going to call my number. They run it and he plays for me. The fifth-year senior understands it doesn't matter if I get any plays called for me. I can always go to that glass and try to make something happen on the boards.
Fritz leaves it. Gillard. Cockfield. Cockfield moves left. Up high again off the glass. He likes that.
He certainly does. He's getting really good at it. I'm hoping one of these Lopes players can stay in front of him and keep him from that dribble penetration.
15 for Cockfield. Wally called again.
Well, that's the one thing that you can take away from this Red Wolves team that they didn't do very well. They were able to, Lopes were able to get them to make quite a few fouls, got to the 1-and-1 quickly in the first half, and then got to the double bonus equally as quickly after that. But there are already 5 team fouls here. We still got 13 minutes and 10 seconds to play in this game.
Wally's third personal foul. He joins Eaton. Mills. Oh. Don't be bringing that. Don't be bringing that into my house, says Fritz.
Yeah, this is a man's game. Man's world.
No, sir.
Fritz and Frere are protecting the rim on defense. You got to come much stronger than that. Look at guys out there bumping their gums with each other. They're in that stack baseline set.
Oh boy!
Red Wolves get to play. You know, they can't just stack all Lopes players. If the Wolves want to get between those players, they have the right to get space in there.
Michael Finke turning, twisting, step back. God! Ooh, that was big.
It never fails. You go to that free throw line and knock a couple free throws down. The next field goal, the percentages go way up.
Cockfield to his right. Wally drives. Ooh, Frere almost got it. Ran into Finke. Takes it back. Wally careful. Little hoppity hop. Eaton. 4 on the shot clock. Whoa, Eaton doesn't go. Labor puts it down. Grabs it.
Nice job defensively. Give Milstead a gold star for defense.
Carlos Johnson looked for 3.
Oh, the Red Wolves can't believe it. They had the inside possession, yet the foul's going to go against them. I have to kind of agree. They can't. Coach can't believe it. They got inside position there. Oh wait, hold on. Hold the phone. There's Wally. There's Wally wrapping his arm around Finke.
Escorting him.
That's going to be the 6th team foul. They're going to be in the 1-and-1 for the remainder of the half.
How about Milstead? 4 steals, a career high.
I love that. I mean, his activity level defensively has off the charts. We noticed it in the second half of the exhibition game, the way he came charging back out there in full court pressure.
4 fouls on Wally. Really reminded by a point of emphasis in that wing as the Purdue player got hurt last year. So the officials are watching that very closely this season.
Are they going to the monitor again to look at this?
Yeah. Is there another, are they keeping tabs on a game or something? Or Friday Night Lights, you know, semifinal action.
Check it out, the high
Perry
school
and
action.
Pinnacle, baby. Seeing who's on top of that game.
I had a chance to watch Pinnacle play earlier this year. I went caught a little Friday Night's Lights.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Pioneers?
They played Chaparral.
Oh, yeah.
I went down and checked it out.
Ironburg.
Both teams' starting quarterbacks were out that game, but Pinnacle still looked good. They got a strong team.
DJ Johnson. Stellar. Bellato. Really being him. He said, no, I don't know. He apparently doesn't like what he's being told. Michael Finke waiting at the free throw line, where the Lopes have been very successful. He's about set to shoot 2. Lopes are 17 of 20 from the free throw line.
Why? What did they call?
I don't know. But was
They had to,
flagrant one on Wally?
for holding a guy's arm?
Apparently they're calling that really tightly. I know you're old school, right?
I'm old school.
Yeah.
It ain't.
But you did call for helmets earlier.
You ain't cheating, you ain't trying. You got to get away with a little grappling down there. I don't understand that one at all. Hey, if you want to take an intentional foul, you should be able to wrap a guy up. What's the big deal? If you grab his arm. I disagree. Not what the officials called with the rule.
Labor. Frayer tried to get a hand on it. Here come the Red Wolves. Gillard. Fritz off the glass. Nice reverse.
Wow, Fritz's activity level really picking up in his second half. He's had his defense of activity elevate his offense.
Fritz from Freeport, Bahamas. Labor waiting. Hands it off to Johnson. Johnson goes up high and up over the top.
He got that over the high flying Fritz. You want to talk about another guy who's elevated his game offensively, Carlos Johnson. We always know he'd done it in the second half, but he's putting 2 halves together tonight.
Matt Jackson making his way over the scorer's table. Cockfield to his right.
Don't let him get in that paint.
Ooh, kicks it back. Driving. Brevard. Left hand. That was pretty.
That was really pretty because Big Mike Finke had come over to clog up the lane, and he just scooped it in his left hand right around Finke to the basket.
Put a little spin on it, too.
Little how you do.
Yeah. Milstead. Michael Finke. Oh, yeah, he wants 3. Give it to him.
Yes, indeedy. Big fella is feeling it. Nice job right there. Showing a lot of confidence, shooting that rock.
Fritz Gillard down low into Brevard. Brevard turning. Off the mark. Michael Finke, rebound, leaves it for Milstead.
There's 2 Finkies out there.
Ooh, look at Damari, move. Oh, that's swatted down, but Labor's right there. I'll just pick that up and put it away for you.
Yeah, it was big threats, I think, went after the block, but nobody got a body on Labor. Easy as bucket, he'll get all season.
71-52, Lopes on top of Arkansas State. 10:21 to go, second half. We'll step aside and be right back.
You use the latest technology to treat patients, but your care and compassion is timeless. And as an RN, you delight in sharing it. But there's always room to grow. Advancing your career means helping more patients and providing even more care. Grand Canyon University's online programs in nursing Make it convenient for you to become the expert every patient deserves. Healthcare has made significant advancements, and GCU teaches you how to prepare for the future. By applying that knowledge, you're able to stay up to date with the latest medical technologies. And since GCU's nursing programs are online, you can access your program from anywhere, so you're always there for those most important.
Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable, nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu/online.
Tonight's GCU men's basketball game is brought to you in part by Dignity Health, Hello Human Kindness, and by Sanderson Ford. The best play on a new Ford is at Sanderson Ford. Barry Butel, Scott Williams, Kate Longworth, GCU Arena, Phoenix, Arizona. Let's talk a little Trey Drexel, shall we, tonight?
Drexel's been good. And the ball security normally displays out there on the floor, but always good addition that Rock, getting the ball where people can shoot, leading everybody on the floor with 4 assists. He's himself 3 of 5 from the field, 3 for 3 from the line, and I like the fact that the guy will go down there and rebound the ball on the defensive end. Sometimes as a big, you feel like I'm putting my body on another big, moving around the floor, but the guard's not doing his job getting on the glass. But Drexel's one of these guys, definitely gets on the glass. He's got 5 Rodmans tonight.
Alex letting Kush know they're not happy with him as he returns to the floor.
The other thing about the Lopes I wanted to get into, 4 players already double figures score. Milstead with 8.
Oh, Cockfield takes it.
They might have to get 2 guys on Coxfield. This guy is absolutely filling up the basket with drives to the and penetrations to the bucket. What's he got? 17 points now on 8 of 12 shooting.
Bellato drew that one up. Nice move by Milstead. Michael Finke. Hoop and a harm.
Yeah, took that blow to the head and kept right on going to the basket. About to make this thing a 20-point advantage. Continues the trend from the line. From the Lopes are 19 to 22 from the free throw line, I believe. So doing a wonderful job of converting those free throws every chance they get to go to the line.
(73-54) the score. There's a timeout on the floor, and we want to remind you once again that Grand Canyon University's College of Fine Arts and Production is proud to present the 7th annual Handel's Messiah, featuring the Canyon Symphony Orchestra, Canyon Choral Society, and Canyon Festival Chorus on Tuesday, November 27th. It's your favorite holiday tradition returning as Handel's massive oratorio celebrates the life, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. For more information, contact the GCU Arena box office 602-639-8978 or visit gcuarena.com. Down to Kate Longworth.
Well, speaking of holiday traditions, Barry, I wanted to revisit something you were trying to start last year. We were talking about Thanksgiving and all the food we like to eat and going back for seconds, and you said something about why serve the turkey on a platter? You said you could just take the whole platter. You don't need a plate at Thanksgiving, but everyone should eat on platters. And I just wanted to see how that's been playing out for you.
Well, I'm trying. I just don't see them being sold, but I really think it would be a great, somebody should do this. Larger plates for Thanksgiving.
I totally agree.
Because why? You got your perfect spot on the sofa. You're ready for the football games.
Yep.
You shouldn't be bothered to go back and get seconds. Just load up your plate and make it a platter. Why is this so difficult?
You guys got to start it. We'll be following you on social media on Thursday and see how you're carrying it out. We'll get it going right now.
You know, I'm really a big fan of those portable trays. You know, when I was a kid, you know, you go over to grandma's house, the TV tray.
Yeah.
They're big enough for a platter.
Absolutely.
You put the platter on the TV tray and you leave me alone.
Right on the couch, got your clicker.
Clicker?
Favorite beverage, got your platter.
Yeah.
You're good to go.
That's a Thanksgiving. Thank you, Kate.
Are the Cowboys going to get beat again on Thanksgiving this year?
Oh, who knows? Probably.
Detroit. Detroit's known to lose on Thanksgiving, too. Isn't it Detroit?
I feel terrible.
Yeah, the Lions and the Cowboys always play on Thanksgiving.
Wayne Fonts, poor guy, looked miserable on Thanksgiving. Poor Barry Sanders. So Kush got called there.
I think they actually gave it Wilson that time.
Wilson.
A little dribble handoff. He got a little extra into Carlos Johnson as he was dribbling the back, a little handoff. They call this a little DHO right here, a little pistol action. You see he just kind of runs right in to Carlos Johnson accidentally, but it's still a foul.
Jackson up high. Oh.
Got to throw it higher.
Yeah.
You got a high flyer like Carlos. You got to get that ball up about 11 feet. Let him get foot over the rim, go slam that thing home.
Carlos Johnson called. So is Carlos gone? No. 1 an A and the other a B. 4 fouls.
I always thought you should be allowed to grab the rim. You're like going up for a situation like that where guys on you, should be able to hold on to the rim so you don't have to worry about coming down on another part of a person's body. Like he is coming down and they get a foot underneath him. That's an injury that he could sustain. He should be able to protect himself or another player from injury.
Mulatto wants 2. Okey-dokey. Mulatto wants an explanation.
Yeah, there's that unsportsmanlike technical. It's not the same thing as a technical for holding on to the rim. It's a different situation. Now we're going to go to got a substitution.
Oh, this is going so well. Kobe Wilson out. Eaton in. They're scoring at home. There's 9 minutes and 29 seconds left.
And Coach Marley said, hey, I'm going to go ahead and use this time to set up my defense. He wants some full
I could have talked
pressure.
a lot longer about Platters.
I want to see you tweet a picture of that platter.
Oh. I love the use of the word clicker. You just don't hear it very often. The clicker. I love it. That's what it used to be, too. That's one button. I'm so old, I remember that. That's a chart.
Yeah, got Brevard down there. Good job getting outside that restricted zone, taking that blow. I think that was that Roberts down here? No, make that Matt Jackson. See both of those feet out there above that restricted area.
Learned that from his buddy.
It is Aussie. Yeah, Jared Martin's rubbing off on him.
Milstead. Johnson, near side, driving, loses it. Eaton picks it up. Careful, you don't want to get too sloppy here. Eaton.
Yeah, they lost their focus against Jacksonville when they had a big lead at the half and ended up getting outscored in the second half, and they've lost their focus somewhat here. Turnovers with the basketball, now the offensive rebound, second chance to score, and they score.
Oh my, Cockfield. How did he do that?
Coxfield's good with that offhand. He's got 3 or 4 buckets that he's been able to throw in with his left hand tonight around GCU defenders.
20 for the Gainesville, Georgia native. Milstead, back right, finds an opening. Off the glass and in, double ring Milstead.
Oh, Milstead, this guy has been absolutely money tonight. With a plus 15 in the plus minus category there in the first half. Comes off the pine and goes right to the rack. 5 guys now with double figure scoring.
10 points from Milstead. He's got 4 steals. He's got 3 assists.
A So one more time here, gets that big pick by Matt Jackson. That's all he needs to turn the corner.
Brayer and Johnson take a seat. Tim Finke and Jared Martin on the court. Blumberg's also there.
Now, why isn't there a category for a guy that sets a screen like that and frees one of his teammates up for a bucket? Isn't that just as good as getting an assist?
Good point.
I would have led the league in the NBA one year, freeing up Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen for buckets to the basket.
Tim Finke gets called after just coming on to the court for the Lopes. The Lopes are on top, 76 to 57. We talk about the Finkeys a little bit. Michael Finke also tearing it up a little bit down low, and he also hit from long distance.
He's been wonderful in the second half. Whatever he had at halftime, he needs to have that before the game because he was energized and focused when he stepped back on the floor here in the second half. I love that one right there, the little bounce pass inside against the defense, and then spoon-fed there by Drexel and set a pick and roll to the basket. Old school big man basketball, but he also shows a little of the new school, stepping out behind the arc and knocking down the triple. 11 points, 4 boards in the second half alone for that young man.
15 points, 5 of 5 from the line for Michael Finke. Lopes fans, support a family in need this Christmas. Operation Santa Claus, presented by our partner Sanderson Ford. They'll be at the men's basketball game on December 1st against Boise State from 5 to 7 p.m. right outside the arena. Accepting donation items, including new toys, children's clothes, non-perishable food items, and monetary donations. You may even be entered to win a new car. For contest rules, see givetotheclaws.com. Look for the Sanderson Ford tent, volunteers in red shirts outside the arena December 1st. Let's send it over to Kate Longworth.
The state of Arizona with recent findings as some top recruits for the state of Arizona in high school basketball made commitments to universities. We congratulate these three, and even more so, guys, because they chose to go to universities here in the state of Arizona. Right now, you're looking at Javon Blackshear Jr., who has committed to GCU. The 6-foot senior point guard has been described by his opponents as fast and fearless. He also can take it to the hoop, so we're looking forward to seeing him suit up in the Lopes uniform. He's a senior out of shout of Mountain High School, and his teammate, Jalen House, senior guard, also there, and following in his dad, Eddie House, footsteps straight to ASU. And then there's Nico Mannion. He's out of Pinnacle, and he has committed to U of A. And he's coming off Arizona Player of the Year honors last season. So really exciting to see some stars that we can watch on the high school court staying in state and keeping their skills local.
No doubt about it. Great to see those local standouts stay right here in Arizona and raise the bar for college basketball throughout the state of Arizona.
Yeah, that's very cool. I always wanted to stay in state California. I wanted to go to UCLA. I toted a UCLA book bag around for about 6 years in elementary and high school, and then it was time for them to recruit me. They disappeared on me for about 2 months. Recruited another kid across town. Upset me so much I went 3,000 miles away to go to school. Best decision I ever made.
No doubt. Dean Smith, North Carolina.
They rolled tonight. Did you see that score? Oh, they put it on Tennessee Tech. They hung a 50-burger on them. Tennessee Tech.
Jared Martin. True point guard. And Javon Blackshear. Martin looks for three. Oh, did you see that? Jared Martin drains the three.
It's good for that young man. He does so much defensively for this team. Look at him out there ball hawking there, forcing him into a tough shot that he put down. But Jared Martin deserved to get that three-point shot to go down for all the hard work he does on the defensive end.
Rockfield comes back. Blumberg drives. Up high, not there. Rebound. Tim Finke. Who loses it. They caught a break there. Lopes will inbound.
Yeah, didn't that look like it went off of Finke's name?
It did, yeah. Home court advantage, I guess. Martin's got a little room. Pushes back out. Blumberg's. Back to Martin. Jackson, open look. Not there. Rebound underneath. And a putback by Damari Milstead.
Oh, he is having himself one whale of a game. I love that because he started out about the top of the key and ran down there. He wanted that rebound.
12 for Milstead. Wally. Trap. Oh.
I thought he walked before the contact. If he wasn't allowed to walk, he never would have got the contact.
Oh, boy.
Well, like
I was already spitting it out.
One more time here, Wally with the spin move. And yeah, maybe the contact did come before the walk. Wrist officials are down there on the court. They know better than me.
Wally connects. Clockfield leading all scorers with 22. Gillard, who was red hot early, has 13. And now Wally has 10.
Those bench punch, they did a nice job in that first half, had a big advantage over the Red Wolves bench. I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Marler lets these guys finish off the game here. Still got 6.5 minutes to go.
Inside, Jackson quickly. Blumbergs! No doubt about it!
Now that's how you go to the hole hard and finish at the 10th floor. One big power step to the bucket and the finish.
Cockfield trying to move on Martin. Driving, twisting. I don't know what you do.
Look at this one more time here. A little high to low basketball. Jackson down to Blumbergs, and he loves it. That's some aggression there. A little William Wallace yell to finish it off.
Cockfield with the miss. Think he leaves for Milstead. Under 6 to go.
Speaking of William Wallace, I once saw that movie Outlaw King. Kind of takes up where William Wallace left off. It's about Robert the Bruce. Don't go see that one for Thanksgiving. It is blood and guts.
Aired ball, Cockfield. Milstead, I'll take it. I'll take it. Oh, looky who come up again. Is that Fritz?
Yes, it is. Fritz with 5 blocks.
Milstead's going to have a nightmare with that guy in it. Oh, but Martin, look out. Bounce it. Oh. My, that was quite the turn of events.
Martin doesn't like the call. He went flying after this basketball here. He's able to keep it alive. I think his foot was probably on the line. Then it comes right back at him, and he tries to take that charge. You're not going to get that call 50 feet from the basket. Just not going to get it, even if it was good D.
Milstead, we already mentioned his career high in steals, is now a career high in points with 12.
Nice.
Eaton connects.
I think he's just, as he starts to get more and more comfortable with Coach Marley's system, the players he's playing around, and just playing at this level, the speed of the college level versus the pro level, he's just going to get better and better. Look at this, 2-on-1 break.
Blumbergs, Jackson back. Oh, look, that was not.
Overpassed it. He gave you the bucket to go up and slam it. Just take it hard to the hole. Little 2-on-selfish that time by the look. How do you get a 2-on-1 fast break after a made free throw? And then they blew it.
Milstead trying to put a little heat on Eaton.
Yeah, his pressure has been amazing.
Yep.
He has just been all over the place. All over these Red Wolves defenders. The offensive player, excuse me, as a defender.
Cockfield stepping back. Now maybe the conditioning is coming around now for Damari. Cockfield. Oh,
Surprise. Cockfield puts his head down, drives it into that purple area. It should just put score right down there for Coxfield. He's got 24 points in this game now and 11 of 15 shooting. Most of them have been within about 10 feet of the bucket.
Milstead!
Just adding to that career point total.
Mentioned Cockfield, 7 of 7 this half, 15 points.
You know, the Red Wolves are 9th in their conference and points allowed with 79. And with 4:18 to play, GCU already with 85. So the playing fast is a good thing if you can also get stops at the other end. But if you're playing fast and you can't get stops, you're going to get some lopsided scores like this one tonight.
Milstead knocked that out of Fritz's hands. Kind of a little bit of a payback. Cockfield takes it. Moving. Snapped down to the floor by Martin. Brevard came over the top of Martin.
Nice job there by Damari Milstead, recognizing 1, time and score, 2, didn't have the numbers.
Ooh, careful. Brevard almost took it away from Milstead. Down low, Labor. Careful, hands are in there and a foul's committed.
Wolves do a lot of reaching on defense. That's their 19th foul. Excuse me, make that their 18th foul.
3:54 to go, 85-66. The Lopes have opened it up here in the second half over Arkansas State.
As a teacher, your calling was always to make a difference and positively impact the future. You live with a deep sense of purpose and strive to inspire generations of change. GCU's online Masters of Education degree program gives you the skills you need to grow and develop your career, while also making sure you have time for yourself and your family. Today, you can learn anywhere and anytime, giving kids a look into the technological advances that pushed you forward. Being strong and compassionate makes you a role model through this formative period in their lives. You're not just inspiring future generations of leaders and innovators to reach for their dreams. You're giving them the tools they need to achieve them.
Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable, nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu/online.
Welcome back to GCU Arena. Right now, the Lopes on top of Arkansas State, 85-66. And the players, they're strong on the court, but everyone for this team has a role, including men's basketball manager Travis Allen, who has helped the Lopes take their game to the next level, literally, as into the second tier here in the arena. The other day after practice, Travis from Wichita, Kansas, was working on his trick shot. And how do you like them apples? Nails it. Got it on camera. That's the first pointer when taking some trick shots. Make sure you have the video to prove it. And I don't know, Scott, what you got? What you got? Because I watch you before our shows. You try to get that halftime shot, but maybe you got to take it up to the rafters or something.
He took it next level for sure. I normally just shoot it from the mid-court stripe, but he took it up to the second level and knocked it down. You sure that wasn't one of those trick video editing things where they...
Really you're going to go there? You're saying that there was a trick shot? He's done it back-to-back years.
Okay, all right.
This kid's legit.
All right, I won't take anything away from him.
Cockfield, charge. Polano.
Yeah, that's
not happy.
Coxfield, he's been so good at getting in that paint and air. I think they finally figured out where he was going. Put a body in front of him.
Milstead, near side, comes back out. Eyed by Brevard. Brevard got a little bit of a hand on it. Finke drives. Oh! Tim Finke!
How about that finish by Finke? He's got the one-leg thing working out there now tonight, too, doesn't he? He and Drexel like that Flo-Jo look, and it helped him fly down that baseline and soar to the bucket.
Drexel's going to be called.
Right. Just one more time, it cracked in the jaw earlier in the game and said, I'm going to go up there and crack that one up in the rim there. I love that right there because that's a hard, strong finish. You realize they got some guys that are trying to block your shot. Can't go into that paint weak. He went in there nice and strong and slammed it home. I don't think the starters are going to play anymore tonight. You got Trey Drexel out there. He's the only starter out on the floor.
30-9, the bench outscoring.
Coach Marley's got a lot of confidence in about 10 players right now that he knows he can go out there and get good, solid effort from.
Drexel, eyed by Eaton. Cockfield called.
I don't understand. You're down 20 points. You got to try to make something happen. You got 3 minutes to go, but that hack down there is your 4th foul. If you're Coxfield, you'd probably rather not committed that foul.
4 on Cockfield.
There's a double bonus. You're sending a good free throw shooter to the line for 2 shots.
21-point lead for GCU, trying to win their 3rd straight. Thanksgiving night, Cal State Fullerton. Opener of the Wooden Legacy Classic against Seton Hall.
I'm going to miss that one. I'm going to go into Vegas. I'm going to see my Tar Heels play. They're playing University of Texas in Vegas on Thanksgiving. I'm going to go check that out.
Very nice. We're trucking over to Fullerton, watching the Lopes.
You going to do that?
Yep.
You going to get on over there?
Yep.
You going to drive?
I'm going to drive.
What are the fires like? What's going on with those fires? Are they still raging out there? They got them under control.
I sure hope they do. I haven't seen lately. Terrible.
Is that Gillard?
Yeah, heard from again from long distance.
Out there behind the arc. Now that's 4 3-point shots for Gillard. He's 4 of 7 behind the arc. Give him 16 points. 40 points between Coxfield and Gillard.
Michael Finke leaves. Nope, goes right by Martin. Bounce pass underneath to his little brother, and he's fouled by Koosh.
You think they haven't worked out a couple times in the driveway, 2-on-2, a couple suckers down the street? Yeah, I like this one right here. Listen, I'm going to go baseline. All eyes are going to be on me, and then you just cut without the basketball to the bucket. I'll feed you, little brother.
The Champagne connection. Wally in, Koosh out.
Good-looking young man. He looked like he could be like a Hollywood star if he wasn't good on the basketball court.
Tim?
Yeah. Wiz. I like that. A Wiz kid.
Wiz kid.
Yeah. Oh, Brevard. Oh, my.
Oh, that left hand.
Yeah, that always looks pretty with the left, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like just so much more graceful or something.
They have an athletic group.
They do.
They're like pregame warm-up was impressive.
It was, you're right. It'll be interesting to see Lotto just in his 2nd season there in the Sun Belt. Tim Finke. Oh, is that a hoop and a harm?
Oh, they're having some fun now. Throwing behind the back, no look passes, guys doing oopsie-daisy layups, coming out the other side with it and putting a little English on it up off of glass. How many Finke got now? Has he got double figures as well?
Not quite.
A lot of guys in this game here. Drexel's got 9. We already got 5 in double figures. Finke's got the little Finke. He's got 7 now. Seems like he's got more than that.
Yeah.
I think he got 7 in the last couple minutes alone. Maybe all the scores come here late.
Back-to-back games. 10 or more players with 10 minutes or more. Try to spit that out. Air ball by the Red Wolves. Approaching a minute to go.
One minute remaining in the second half.
Milstead, bounce pass. Tim Finke, line pass over to Drexel. 10 on the shot clock. Drexel drives. Fouls committed. Gillard. 3rd on Gillard. 49.7 to go. Drexel at the line. Who is yelling? Six guys in double figures for the Lopes, first time in D1.
If they score 100 points, do we get like free tacos or something?
If you're buying.
Well, that wouldn't exactly be free.
Long distance, Martin. I don't think they're going to hit the century mark. Milstead's apparently the appointed one for just dribbling out the clock.
Yeah, but there's 5 seconds difference between shot clock and game clock. You got to get a shot up.
There's no 5-point play.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, hold on, oh.
Vicky to Tim, not there.
Referee's calling fouls with 7 seconds left.
Dude.
Ain't over till it's over, I suppose. Good chance to put Finke back on the line where he just drained 2. So here was what we need. We need him to, even if he makes one.
It's Drexel there.
Yeah. Oh, that is Drexel. These FloJo looks, I'm getting them confused out there. We never wore lingerie, like pants like these.
Lingerie.
We call them not lingerie. What do you call them? Stockings. We wear these stockings like these kids wear today.
Goodness.
We had some. I remember when like the short compression shorts was a big thing compared to the jock strap.
Oh yeah,
that was huge.
That'll do it.
Nice effort by the Lopes. They put 2 halves together.
Final score 96-72. The Lopes improved to 3-1 on the season. Marley has some words for Ty Cockfield II, who played excellent basketball tonight. 24 points. But the Lopes close out their homestand with a decisive victory over Arkansas State. Once again, 96-72. Stay with us. Post-game press conference with head coach Dan Marley. Our post-game stats all coming your way as we revisit our 3 keys as well. From Phoenix, Arizona, Lopes victorious.
Time you watched it.
Getting ready to trade it in. What are you doing?
Just a little shopping. Wait, a new truck. Don't you think I should be involved?
Of course. We'll head over to Sanderson Ford as soon as I'm done.
I don't have time today. Hope we're going with 4 doors this time.
Ooh, of course. I know exactly what I want. I mean, we want. A lightning blue Ford F-150 Super Crew with EcoBoost.
All done.
Shop from home, buy from home, we deliver. From the dealer you can trust, Sanderson Ford.
Performance is your profession. You excel in bringing the best out of people. Through leadership and insight, you help others fulfill their promise. You share a unique bond with your family and cherish your time together. But you strive to take the next step in your career. GCU's online degree program in performance psychology will enhance your skills in helping others succeed. Master your craft in an online PhD program that puts innovation and technology at the heart of education. And you can do it all within a tight schedule without disrupting other aspects of your life. With a PhD in performance psychology, you'll have the tools you need to elevate your performance to the next level. When human excellence meets cutting-edge technology, business advances.
Find your purpose at GCU, where advanced technologies drive education. Private, Christian, affordable, nonprofit. Visit gcu.edu/.
Back at GCU Arena, 96-72. The final score is GCU improves to 3-1, riding a 3-game winning streak, closing out this 3-game homestand. Barry Buttel, Scott Williams back upstairs with you. In a moment, we'll be joining Kate Longworth, Paul Coro, and head coach Dan Marley down in the post-game press conference area. Well, it was tight early on. Arkansas State came to play. Cockfield definitely came to play, but the second half belonged to the Lopes.
Yeah, Coxfield and Gallard were fantastic in this game. 17 of 28 from the field, 40 points between the two of them. But it was when the Lopes had about 5 minutes to go in the first half. They were able to find their stride offensively and even ratcheted it up defensively, had a 17-3 run. Took a lot of momentum to that locker room, and they didn't really initially come out of the locker room with it, but they found a way to do it. It was that bench group that was fantastic in this basketball game. So many guys in double figures tonight.
Time now for our Canyon State Credit Union player of the game. Canyon State committed to you, Damari Milstead, 14 points and 5 steals.
Yeah, both career highs for this young man who's been absolutely fantastic. There's one of those steals right there. He plays with athletic hands, means his hands are always moving, jabbing into the passing lanes, whether it's his guy or playing off the basketball. Did a wonderful job.
Also 4 rebounds, 4 assists for Damari Milstead. 6 of 6 from the free throw line in a big 27 minutes. But look at those career highs, steals and points.
Yeah, wonderful job by everybody off the bench, but our player of the game, our star of the game is Milsteady, I think is what you could call him tonight. 2 great halves of basketball.
You can't say enough about the bench. You already mentioned it, but 10 players, 6 of them scoring in double figures. The first time ever at GCU, not only Division I, but they've never done that before. Talk about a deep bench.
He's got his deepest team in the 5 years that I've been doing basketball, and I think he has even said in the 6 years that he has been here, he has got confidence in going to any of those guys and that they'll be able to step up and perform at this level.
Let's send it downstairs. Kate Longworth and Lopes Insider Paul Coro.
All right, thank you, guys. Well, coming into this game, we talked about the Lopes not setting themselves up for a trap game. They went out and executed. What stands out with their performance tonight?
Well, a little similar formula where early on it was competitive, and the bench kind of turned the tide again. Damari Milstead, second consecutive really strong game, especially on defense. 5 steals, that's a career high for him, but he was one of 6 guys. That's the thing I think that stood out most, the contributions across the board. A lot of guys got going. That's the first time in program history that they've had 6 guys scoring double figures in a game. Thought that was Michael Finke's best game yet as a Lope. He started off really great in South Dakota State, but today was more of a complete game where especially in the second half his offense really made a difference.
And I know the players, their goal tonight was to go out there and get their game to come around, so they'll be firing on all cylinders when they get to Fullerton on Thursday for that matchup with Seton Hall. Do you think we're seeing that? Do you think we're seeing the potential the Lopes can do? And you know what? I don't even know. It doesn't matter what you say, Paul. It matters what Dan Marley has to say. So we'll set you up.
I thought it was a really good win. That's a team that plays really hard. We had no answer for Cockfield. We knew he was a really good player. He got it going. Sometimes you just got to withstand it, and we did a great job in the second half of scoring. I couldn't stop them, but I found a way to win the game. Rebounding-wise, again, we did a terrific job. We were hustling. We took some charges, and we just found a way to win. And that team plays really hard, so I was really happy with our win. I thought, again, Damari came in, played extremely well. It was good to see Carlos get it going early. Unfortunately, got into foul trouble. Matt came in, put Jared on him late. So I thought everybody did a really good job. So I'm happy with that win. That's a getaway game for us. Our last game here for a while where we go to the Wooden Classic and play Seton Hall. So we're excited about that, and this is a good way to send us off.
That lineup that closed the half really strongly. You had Drexel and Damari again together. What do you like about that 2-point guard look?
Well, when Damari's playing well, Trey's a good player, and he's actually a better player when he's off the ball. But he's, going to be a point guard for us too. So you'll see some of that lineup with those 2 guys. Trey with his size can guard, and when we white or switch, that's a good lineup for us. So sometimes with the pressure, you just want 2 guards in there, and plus Carlos was in foul trouble. Tim took a mean shot to the chin. I think he was feeling it a little bit. So I just went with that lineup for a little bit, and I thought it worked out.
Thought the three's really going still. What do you think got you going
offensively? I guess we can't shoot. I've been wrong this whole time. We cannot shoot the ball. So just being aggressive, and like I said, Damari did a good job. Michael played well. Just everybody. I still think we can shoot the ball, but I don't know. Maybe not.
How pleased are you that it came together tonight? Total team effort, good ball distribution, and I know there was a lot of talk looking at the Wooden Legacy coming up, but your team really stayed focused in the moment.
Well, I didn't talk about it, and they better not have, because
The outside role,
yeah,
not
I know,
here.
of course. But our guys know that it's about us getting better, and we weren't happy with the last game in the second half, and we knew this team was going to come in and fight, and they did. So I was very happy with our effort. You know, I talked about playing with a lot of poise. We're still turning the ball over, some bad mistakes there. Still not communicating defensively, but I thought the enthusiasm, the effort was a lot better tonight. And if we play that hard all the time, we'll be okay.
How do you feel Oscar's play in that first half sparked the team?
Just getting him the ball and, you know, flying in there, and the way he can jump is very electric. It's fun to watch. We're going to have to find a way for him to be able to learn to dribble or catch, because he can't do either of those two. But Oscar's my guy. I love him, and he brings a lot of energy, plays hard defense. Now, he lost, number 0 a lot because of communication. But when he gets around the basket and we throw lobs to him, it's pretty electrifying.
Was that second half a little bit more of how you thought you can use Michael Finke offensively?
Well, it's not how I could use him. It's how he's going to use himself. I mean, it was nothing that we did. He's got to be, you know, I'm not worried about Michael. I'm not worried about any of our guys. They'll figure out how to play. You know, when you have new guys, it takes a while for a coach to figure you out. It takes a while for new players. He's been in one system for, 4 years. And now he's here. He's got to figure out the system and where he's going to get his shots and when to be aggressive. And so I'm not worried about him. I think he's going to continue to get better and better. We got to get Ollie gone. I don't know what's wrong with that kid. He's just having a hard time finish. Maybe, like I said, he's thinking too much. But he's got to find a way to play a little harder and finish around the basket and just get out of his own head.
What are you anticipating with Thursday's matchup against Seton Hall?
Haven't looked at him much, but I know they got one really good guard that can really play. I know they'll probably be physical. The conference they play in is a very physical conference. So they play a little man and a little matchup zone. So we'll dive into it tomorrow with the team. We'll give them Sunday off, and then we'll get back at it on Monday and leave practice on Tuesday, and then leave and hopefully get ready for them. So it'll be a great test for our guys. I know they're excited about it, and so am I.
Is this the first time you felt like they really pushed through the entire game, never had that let up?
Yeah, I thought it was good, and I gave guys extended minutes, which I'm going to do sometimes. If somebody's playing well, you're going to keep them out there. Damari played an extended minute role. That was good. Carlos played a long time in that first half. Oscar played a long time there for a while. So if guys are playing well, other guys are going to have to suck it up when they have a chance to come in. They're going to have to produce. And I told the guys at halftime, when you're a bench player, I've been a sixth man, that you don't have time to warm up. You have time to get in there and go. I told them, do you ever see a cheetah stretch? You don't see a cheetah stretch, right? You got to get out there and go we don't have time for a minute for you guys to get loose. You got to be ready to go as soon as you step on the floor. So I thought for the most part our guys did a great job of that. And I'm very happy with our game. Now I'll watch the film tonight and I'll probably not be happy, but right now I'm very happy with them. All right, thanks guys.
Yeah.
Some insight there. You never do see a cheetah stretch, do you? I've never seen a cheetah stretch. That's good stuff. You got to get going. You got to go right off the bench, and you got to go like a cheetah.
I love that analogy. Coach Harley says, be out there and just be quick about it.
Let's revisit our Sanderson Ford 3 keys.
Well, I like this. It was the 10 guys that played tonight was an effort. We've highlighted turnovers there. I like the fact that we had 6 guys in double figures. Under the bleachers, rebounds. Yeah, 41 boards again tonight with 50 the previous 2 games. So a little off that number. 41 is still a great number. And then I leave the punter on the bus. I love this. The fast break points. They got out and ran a little bit. But more importantly, they lit that scoreboard up for 96 points.
No doubt about it. That is the final stat that we care about. 96-72, 49.2 from the field. Arkansas State also very close right there. The threes, 5 of 19. Arkansas State hit 5. Free throws, though, wow. 27 of 33 bench points. Big margin there. Steals, very close.
Yeah, and guys played hard tonight. You had Michael Finke was a plus 21. Milstead was a plus 23 because these guys were aggressive at attacking that basket. Really, time after time, everybody that went to the hole realized that they needed to come strong. And nobody stronger than Oscar Freire on 3 of the dunks that he had. And I love this one here by the Wiz. Hard to the rack.
Bunch of dunking going on here on a Friday night. A 3-game winning streak for the Lopes before they travel Thanksgiving evening from Cal State Fullerton to take on Seton Hall. The competition's going to step up a notch, to say the least.
Yeah, and I think this team is poised for it now. They have a lot of confidence. This could have been a trap game, but they came out here and took care of their business, performed well. You know, Coach Marley says he'll get their minds right for ratcheting it up another level with the competition. They'll have plenty of film they'll be able to watch on Seton Hall and get ready for that one.
All right, if you're in the area, we invite you to come out to Cal State Fullerton as the Lopes travel to California for Thanksgiving holiday weekend. If you can't get to the games at Cal State Fullerton, you can watch them on ESPN or listen to Michael Potter on the Fanatic 1580 AM and 99.3 FM. Our next broadcast of GCU basketball in your view is Saturday, December 1st, when the Boise State Broncos make their first foray into Phoenix to play GCU. The Broncos are one of just 21 teams in the country to win 20 or more games the past 6 seasons. Kate quarterbacks the Lopes pregame show starting at 6:30. Tip-off shortly after at 7. You can watch on GCU TV or YourView Channel 4 or online as, of course, GCU.TV. That'll do it from here at GCU Arena, where tonight the Lopes beat the Red Wolves 96-72. Please join us again December 1st, GCU hosting Boise State. But until then, for Kate Longworth, Scott Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Barry Butel, wishing you a wonderful evening and a happy, happy Thanksgiving.